According to God, the white man is the devil.
See, I've been in here for a little minute. You know what I'm saying? And I see niggas, they like to talk a lot. They like to claim leadership. They like to claim this and that. You know what I'm saying? They like to be above what they really is and have authority. But they don't really need that authority. They don't really know what to do with that leadership. You understand? You hold hands with this boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. See, everybody ain't with all that peace talk. Everybody ain't with all that bygone be. Boy, your ass need to stop it. Ass she the prophet. It's about to get serious. When they hit us with dope and kill us with crack, where the fuck with your leaders? I'm curious. He cashed out on your blood, traded you in and bought a new biz. Ask you the prophets, I tell you the scheme. If you don't wake up, you gon' die in your dreams. I tell you once, won't tell you no more. I swear these crackers try to kill us slow. Just spoke to a nigga and fed he up for parole because of the COVID. It feel like the host in this world that don't go together. Know that it's gold in the ghetto. I'm in the city blazing with my niggas. Just told the devil the score never settled. Yeah, see the prophets. I'm tired of these niggas keep talking about, you know, you respect my religion, I respect your religion. Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. You know, like we all come together. Cause you know, they say God so loved the world. God so loved the world, and no, boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets. Don't give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up and serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Yeah. Hey, gentlemen, young, we don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up. You know what I'm saying? Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the problem. One step, I'm silent for show. To the fake niggas, stay silent, I got it, let's go. I ain't taking no loss, ain't no talking when we got the flow. Ain't no peace, just play with your own. I'ma be loyal to the right arm. Tell him we can't keep it slate. And I can never let bygone be bygone. Got your baby mother on high, got your baby pass through the fire. Ass she the prophets, that baby so belong to the Lord. How dare you abort it? Devil will failure, bitch, I can afford it. I prepare slaughter, you bring me my water. Push your leaders weak, let them lies slip through their teeth. Their ass need to stop it, ass she the prophets.
That's just the reality, Christians. I'm sorry to hurt your feelings. I know your pastor lied to you every Sunday for 30 years, but that's what the church is for, lying. That's why it exists, to lie the money out of your pockets.
Boy, your ass need to stop it, ass she the give a damn what you talk about. Don't give a fuck what you believe, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. We don't pray on our knees, nigga. Gotta stand up to serve my God. We don't pray on our knees, nigga.
Z, you know the chop. I.S.U.P.K. Badness no sir. Let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the clock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face. You know how your blood clot casket stay, boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that big straight. Shot misplaced, the key them in your head stop misbehaved. Crack his face, the key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith, anyway watch this space. War with them bunny like plastic plate, hey. We don't play around, when you see the U.P.K. around. We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around, when you see the U.P.K. around. We bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We no take drape up, we no take bait up, we no stay up. And when the next day come, we no change up. Man, I ask them brothers, them wake up. AK bus boy, head top shake up. So tell a pussy hold down, violate us. No care where you status, where you take up. Every man a killer till miss a dead face you straight up. Great stuff, one Westling bigger than NATO. Man we boss it to NATO. Only man we afraid of, that are the creator, the maker. Hey, we don't play around. When you see the U.P.K. around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15s and AR rounds. We don't play around. When you see the U.P.K. around, we bring the fucking AK around, AR-15 and AR rounds. AR-15s and AR rounds. AR-15s and let me tell you how the badness steer. Dopey bad fly when the Glock display. Tell a boy say no try box this face. Back switch face, you know how your blood clot gasket stay boy. You must see one Baptist prayer. When the map stick raise that lick straight. Shot misplaced, the teeth them in your head stop misbehave. Crack his face, the key never tell us so we lock this place. Which locksmith, anyway watch this space. War red them bunny like plastic plate. We don't play around. When you see the UPK around, we bring the fucking AK around. AR-15s and AR rounds.
Any man give his life for Yahweh Shai, Mashiach, and Christ, and fall up under that UPK banner. It's my brother and my blood, and I will die and kill for him if necessary. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground. Nah, this ain't no movement, this a takedown. We will not be moved or intimidated. We ain't the type. You got a problem, tell them cross the fucking line. My niggas ain't polite. Soldiers to the left and right. I die for every man body. Before I be a coward, I'd rather be a dead body. This will be my kingdom when the hour pass. You can either get with it or get flipped like an hourglass. We live by honor and no excuse. Just sit the prayer up to the Lord. I told him, then let all the terrorists loose. Hold your tongue or get rebuked, cause you made a truce. With a race that made merchandise out of my abuse. Scared of who? You got your gun, then pull it. Me and my niggas start to argue, it's about who gon' bite the bullet. It gon' take round, take round, take round. Opponents better move slow. Attack dog for this truth. Nigga, cool yo. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Oh, thought you could cross us with no consequence, but you will pay dearly. You should've used your common sense. My zeal lit, that means you could never prevail. Hey, with a true sit, hey, with warriors dwell. Be wise with them weapons, cause I promise. My nine just like my wife, she concealed, she modest. I know 2 things, a robber will not prosper. And any man harm me and my aunt, I'm gon' meet the doctor. Cause this life is warfare, it's not an easy walk. Been watching my people die, so you can miss me with that love talk. My UPK soldiers, any man try to cross your path, make him regret it. What that mean? Fall on his ass. Comparing me to you really ain't no contest. Long live one West. Say what? Long live one West. This for those who thinking we ain't ready for. Tell them back up, I'm about to drop something heavy for. Go to ground, 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 go to ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground, give ground, back up, give ground, give ground. It's all about that warfare, boy. Take ground, 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 take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down. Take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground, take ground. My soldiers take ground till them stand down.
UPK, oh and West. Babylon is falling to rise no more again. Babylon is falling. Freedom is here, my friend, not just part of the nation. Yeah, our shine never come bring peace, him start of the vision. Now put your trust in the riches and wealth, guns are a nation. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. I just part of the nation. Daniel get a vision. Him see the black Christ, it wasn't a white depiction. No allegiance to Rome nor its regions. Come out them religion if you want be a free man. Cause the deacons them full of demons. Same situation with Rasta with Islam. Only beacon of hope for your lean on I.S.U.P.K and the General Yahanna. Every fowl of the ear, every beast of the field, every creeping thing we creep on land. Every mouth of the clear, loud and clear. Yahanna is a black man who have ear, let him hear. Time to prepare, spiritually separate from Babylon. We no weak, we no fear, we no tear. Bun Saddam, my bun Batman are just part of the nation. Yahanna never come bring peace in start of the vision. No put your trust in our riches and wealth comes our ammunition. I just the last statutes and commandments. We make the decision to keep them with precision. Just part of the nation. Send evils and curses on the horse sitting on the beast and all churches. America fall, them deserve it. Rome get defeat, history repeat, I know the first days. Hey, 400 years they work with, then desert with, then turn round and call we worthless. But now the COVID lurking, them hurting, and then the doctors and nurses. Hey, one day to your building off it turn after the long journey. No care much money you a earn if you still want Babylon burn. One day to your building off it turn. Yo, what about the bomber clock to them boy, man? Bad mind never kill them. Suffocate to no pussy. Yo, status. Tell some boys we don't chat us. Anyway, my dogs go in on the street, them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog we beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Hey, but anyway though, this a no playground. The Glock 19, they have to stay round. Nah take no check with me payroll. Anything rise up, play down. Them a send check but they won't. Dog we make it step if they don't. But at the same old, said them want smoke but the grabber done flame out. A couple gyal a come through. Gyal a WhatsApp what she gonna come to. She a give me tap and she swallow some juice. Gyal a suck cock till me Jonathan blow. Bentley van a come through. Convertible drop top still have a sunroof. The dog them roll strap you want proof. Alright, wanna move. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new drip, dog they beat them bad. Look how we just come and we a beat them bad. You know sister we's them dad. Jeff say go fuck it up, so we fuck it up. Big up all of me friend them all who me never big up. All who know they are so, I ain't in a cup. Life shake up, you know me friend but that's how we go. Greenfield say we tough, so we a fi boss. And all who a flip up and a lip up a fill it up. Girl pussy way buff, one give we a fuck. One the pussy boss, one her belly stuff with the fat cock. Nicky me give back shot really. Girl a bad hype up if you're not that pretty. Money say make you know him can't chat silly. Anything we beat we have a fat clock with it. Flick your bad with it, this a chop city. Anywhere we go we a lock that city. Money in a pocket city, fat Billy. Don't come around if you're not family. Anyway my dogs go in on the street them bad. Gun talking up with jeans member. If any somebody ever treat them bad, send the pussy them but meet them God. Louis V kicks, pan we feed them bad. Catch a new backstage.
Yeah, nigga. Fake ass nigga.
You ain't no Israelite, but you a gospelite, bitch.
Fuck you talking about?
If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga named Slayer, what you think, boy, you be done to try. Soft coast shit, we bout it. UPK, you solid, little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way, what you think? I love this brotherhood, hood. More than you, bitch. Sharp on shit, I'm bout it. UPK too solid. Fuck nigga don't want war. take it from me. I can't let a dog take it from me. You a whole study and you dummy. And these bitches really out this bitch walking around like they don't know nothing. And a lame nigga fall for them and get set up for the coins and get gunned down, man down. Shoulda took the time, get a damn no. But I see the shawty and I show her. She could never get a priest hold. You a dirt ass, rust ass neck bitch with a fake ass jewelry. In Tennessee while I'm touring. It's a Tennessee, but she luring. Yeah, that sucker duck bitch ass boy fuck nigga over that bitch mugger. I say, if that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch. You a lame nigga down to me. Eat candy, but I'm sucker free. You a little nigga, ain't nothing to me. Base up, boy, I fit a beat. Yeah, AR-223. Draco with a magazine. Yeah, that clip run like limousine. I shoot your ass in the spleen. Boy, I bust your ass in the temple. We debating by the temple. Tell the truth, boy, you's a victim. And you're squirming off like a lizard. Nigga walk down my road. Why does nigga come down my road? Boy, come down my road. Boy, I charge your ass toll fee. I'm a real big priest, nigga. UBK play for keys, nigga. Commander General get a damn order, but ain't nothing to me to damn kill you. I was talking his ass like a cat. All weapons, boys full of tech. Boy, like a close comeback. Nigga got popped off for a neck. If that nigga won't walk, bitch, we ready. It ain't hard to find us. Hawk, I keep that stick locked, loaded, boy, he'll fade you line up. Young nigga name is Slayer. What you think, boy? You be done to try. South Coast shit, we bout it. UPK shoot solid. Little bitch think I'm crazy, think I'm playing like bitch, I ain't the one. Warfare every day, so who is you, bitch? I don't need your love. Killers right round the way. What you think? I love this brotherhood. Hood. More than you, bitch.
Christ said 7 women gonna be on one nigga in the end time. Nigga, fuck wrong with you, boy. I'm stressed by that damn hoe ass bitch. Fake ass nigga too. Dumb ass motherfucker. Fuck you.
Alright, Shalom with the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street under commanding General Yahanna. I'm filling in for Captain Mashak till he gets here. He'll be here shortly, so get your questions ready. Get everything ready. Robert, any questions online at the moment? Anyone online, get your questions ready. Get them typed up, get them nice and ready for Captain Mashak. You know, in the meantime, I'm filling in. And make sure you come down to 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW. We got classes every Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Monday, Wednesday, and Thursday. Make sure you come down, get deprogrammed. Okay. You know what I mean? Ask you questions, learn how much Christianity is a lie, learn how much Islam is a lie, learn how much all the religions and philosophies are all lies, man. So make sure you come down to that as well. Every Tuesday, that's Monday, Wednesday, Thursday at 394 Lodge Road, B18, 5PW, and that's 7 till 9. Also on Tuesday, live from Manchester, we have the Brotherhood class 7 to 9 as well by Officer Tazapawan and Officer Hakayan as well. So they do a powerful class on Brotherhood where they teach black men how to be brothers, man. You know what I mean? A lot of people think that we ain't got to be taught to be brothers. Yes, we do. And we teach that right here at the I.S.U.P.K. If you listen to these brothers and if you watch this Brotherhood class, and guess what? Black on black crime won't exist no more. You feel me? Postcode wars won't exist no more. The knife rate will go right to the floor. It'll go beyond the floor. It'll go to the grave. It'll be low. It'll be at all-time low. England will be thanking the I.S.U.P.K, man, for the knife crime rate being so low. Also, every Monday and Thursday at 6 p.m, TikTok I.S.U.P.K United Kingdom, we got real-time revelation. Make sure you watch that class as well, man. Make sure you participate, watch it. Everything that's happening in the black community in the UK, everything hot is there, man. You want to know what's going on in the world, and you want to know the UPK stance on it as well. And you better make sure you watch that class, man. You better make sure you watch that, ask questions, get your questions answered, get some knowledge, the whole nine. Also, every Friday at 7 to 9, we've got the Lashawan Kodash, which is a holy tongue, the language of our ancestors, the original language of every black, Hispanic, and Native Indian man. We teach that at the UPK, 7 to 9. You can participate, you can get involved, you can come on the live stream. Sometimes Alban has a quiz where you can, makes it fun. Come through and learn, man. In black man, we teach the tongue that we learned before slavery, before the Spanish came and taught us Spanish, before the British came and taught us English, before the French came and taught us French, before the Portuguese came and taught us Portuguese, man. We teach the language that black people spoke even before we was in Africa, man. under these Hamites. We even teach that language as well, man. Black men think that, oh, yeah, I'm going back to my ancestors, especially Jamaican black men. They think, yeah, I'm going back to Ghana, man. Listen, we predate Ghana, man. How about that? We predate Ghana, man. Ghana was somewhere that we fled to. Ghana was a place that black people was in slavery in. There's a place in Ghana called what? What's it called? The Gate of No Return, man. How you gonna go back to Ghana like, yeah, I made it, man. Ghana was where it all started. Ghana was slavery and oppression and horrible, man. I know a family member went to Ghana. I saw the Gate of No Return, man. And it said the Gate of Return is so black that once you go back out into the sunlight, it's blinding, you can't even see. And imagine that was our ancestors, man. Went into this Gate of No Return, man. Imagine Tazarpan and Ra'aban are literally family. And imagine Ra'aban and Tazarpan go in this gate, man. They're both slaves. And then Ra'aban jumps on one boat. Tazarpan goes into another boat, man. That's why it's called the Gate of No Return. One boat's going all the way to Brazil. Another boat's going all the way to America, or all the way to Jamaica, all the way to Barbados, wherever the white man wants you, man. And separate family. That is the Gate of No Return. Imagine that you think that you're parted from either. Remember in school when if you first at school when your mum would disappear for a couple of hours, it was crying. Well, imagine if your loved one's going all the way across the earth, man. You'll never see him again to a plantation. And black man, you want to go to Ghana? You think Ghana's something? I'm gonna go to Ghana, man. Listen, you were slaves in Ghana, man. Ain't no prestige, great history about Ghana and Gambia. Black man talk about I'm buying land in Gambia because it's land. But listen, man, that's something that you want to put in the past. It's something that you don't want to remember. That is something to buy land. Who want to buy land there? That's like getting locked. That's like being locked up in jail, doing life in jail, and then one day you want to own the jail, man. Nah, that jail somewhere you want in your past, you want it in your rear view. You want to move on from that. You don't want to think about that. That's a dark part of your life. You don't want to go back to that. And so is Ghana. Ghana's a dark part of our life, man. Why you want to buy land there? I don't know. Buy land there, reverence like it's something. The Ghanaians, black man, sold you to the oppressor. The Ghanaians, reason why you got a British surname. They're the reason why you're suffering in England. They're the reason why the Greenwash got deported. They're the reason why the Greenwash get killed. The black man get lynched, hung, and fed to alligator bait, man. They're the reason for it. Someone like that you should put in the past. But I digress. Anyway, what else we got? We got On the Ends as well, which is a radio show or a podcast we do, which is every Friday, 9 to 11 as well. So make sure you watch that as well. And you can participate as well. Call the school 079 607 46784 079 607 46784. You want to contribute to the school? Can wear all black. You know what I mean? Black shoes, headband, scarf, war scarf. And you can be a troop for 90 days, man. Do your 90 days, get yourself a Hebrew name. Even a sister as well. Come in the school, cover your head. Become a sister in the school, man. You know what I mean? Get your rank up, get yourself a name, and become a brand new person, man. Yeah. Any questions? You always save it for Captain Shark. Go on, sis.
If you could, Bob Sharp, go over just like refresh on sex and marriage, if possible, and why the Bible, like how in the UK we have like dowries and stuff like that. Like why do we? But basically, like why is like the formal bit there, like the sign of register, the dowry? Why was that introduced?
Why was the formal bit introduced?
Yeah.
All right, someone get me the Bible dictionary, marriage.
Oh.
Yeah, so lucky, so marriage.
Go on, please, if you could.
Marriage is an intimate, personal union.
So the Bible says marriage. This is what marriage is. This is a Zondervan Bible dictionary. I advise everyone to get one. This one's a bit battered. It's been in many wars. It crushed so much Muslims and Christians. It's as old as the UK school. And according to Christianity, marriage is what? Marriage is a ring on the finger. Marriage is rice thrown in the air. Marriage is a white dress. Marriage is shared bank account. Marriage is all that stuff. According to the scholars of the Zondervan Bible dictionary. Read it again.
Marriage is an intimate, personal union.
According to the Bible dictionary, the scholars that research how we live, research our customs, they said marriage is a personal union. Something personal. It's not personal. It's something that you don't do with everybody else. It's something that you don't do with the world. Come on.
Kadawan Khan, to which a man and a woman consent.
And it's something that a man and woman consent. You got these coaches out there that rape women. You seen it? They kidnap women and drag them in the van and they call that a marriage ceremony. No, marriage is a union in which a man and woman consent. It needs to be consensual. Come on.
consummated and continuously nourished by sexual intercourse.
And that is marriage, sexual intercourse. That's the only way two flesh can become one. When a man and woman come together, they have sex and they are married according to the Bible. Now I know what some of you are thinking. You're thinking, well, that's the white man wrote the Bible dictionary. I don't believe in that. Let's see if the Bible backs it up. Give me Exodus 22 and 16. Anyone give me Exodus 22 and 16 quickly, Arkham? Give me a minute.
Exodus 22, 16. And if a man entice a maid that is not betrothed and lie with her.
Come on, so if a man entice a maid, how do you entice somebody? In the UK, I'm old, so I don't know what you call it nowadays. But back in the day, we used to call it chirps, man. Remember the ones that are chirps?
Yeah.
Chirps a girl. You know, you draw her in, man. You draw her in. If a man entice a maid, how do you entice a maid? By your words, or some people use their car, some people use their money, whatever the case may be, to entice someone, to pull him in. If a man pulls in a maid, entice a maid, come on.
Come on. He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
That woman shall be his wife. If a man entice a maid and then lies with her, that woman is his wife, man. Read that again.
Con. If a man entice a maid, Exodus 22, 16. If a man entice a maid that is not betrothed.
If a man entices a maid that is not betrothed, she's not betrothed to nobody, she's single, she don't have a man, she ain't seen nobody, and you know, he sees a maid and he likes her, takes a liking to her, come on.
And lie with her. He shall surely endow her to be his wife.
That woman shall be his wife. If a man lies down with a woman, entices her, she's not betrothed to nobody else and lies down with her, then that woman shall be his wife. Someone get me Genesis 24, 67.
Uh, 67, you said.
Yeah, go on.
Genesis chapter 24, verse 6 and 7. And Isaac brought her into his mother's Sarah's tent.
So Isaac saw Rebecca and he brought her into his mother's tent. Now, what did two adults do in the tent, man? This is what we're reading is the first time Isaac saw Rebecca. Saw Rebecca the first time and he brought her into his mom's tent. Now, what did two adults, what does a male and female do in a tent, man? Does anyone know?
Intercourse.
Tazar probably trying to act like he don't know. If anyone knows, Tazar probably must know. So like you argue him.
Intercourse, sir. Sex.
There you go, man. Had sex. He brought his to be wife into the tent, man. I had sex with her. Come on.
And took Rebecca.
And he took Rebecca with him. So he went into his mom's tent and he took Rebecca in the tent with him. Come on.
And she became his wife.
No, read that properly. The part you're missing.
Into his mother Sarah's tent and took Rebecca, and she became his wife.
Okay, I might have miscalled it, yeah. Took her to the mom's tent and then she became his wife. She didn't become his wife when they put a ring on the finger. She didn't become his wife when they had a ceremony. She didn't become his wife when, they signed some paperwork. She became his wife when they went in the tent, when they had sex. Now, to your other question, we did have marriages in Israel. We did have paperwork in Israel. All that part, the marriage is the ceremony part. For instance, if it's your birthday and you don't have a party, is it still your birthday? There you go. So if the ceremony part, the wedding that Christ went to and he turned water into wine, without the ceremony, you can still be married. You can still be married to a woman without that. You feel me? That's just a party. That's just a celebration. Show everybody, oh yeah, the paperwork, it's just the paperwork saying, yeah, this is mine. But you can still get married without that. The formal way, the most formal way is to go to a woman's father, speak to her, give her money, have a fair exchange, do the whole nine, have a wedding ceremony. That is a formal way, the proper way to do it. But nonetheless, you can still get married to a woman without that. Just like it's still your birthday without the cake, it's still your birthday without the party, it's still your birthday without the party hat and the balloons or whatever the case may be. It's still your birthday. And likewise, if a man has sex with a woman, that woman is still his wife, even though he didn't have the ceremony. That's just a party. Even though we didn't sign the paperwork, that's just the paperwork to make everyone know this is my wife and so forth. That's just the formal part. But a man can still have a woman without that, if that makes sense. Go on, sis. Anything else?
No, I was just wondering. It's just why that, like, why they did have the ceremonies, just to make sure that everyone.
No ceremonies like for instance, Isaac had a party. Someone get me that, man. The day Abraham had a party, the day that Isaac was weaned. For instance, if you graduate, you have a graduation party. You still graduated. If you don't have a graduation party, you still graduated alive. And that's just a party. We like to celebrate. We got a wedding. We celebrate it. Oh, have some fun. Let's drink, man. Let's celebrate this new life. Let's celebrate this new family. But without it, you're still married. So people think that the marriage is the ceremonial part. People think the marriage is the honeymoon and the party. It's not. The marriage part is the sex part. So the graduation part is what is all the work you put in, or the coursework you put in. It's not the ceremony. You cannot even attend the ceremony. You cannot go. You can graduate from university and not even buy a cap and gown, and you still got the degree. You still passed. That's the ceremonial part. Go on.
Slakia, Misfit. Sorry, Misfit. As Israelite Misfit. Misfit. Go back.
Anyone got that? The day Isaac was weaned.
I believe so. See, 21.
21, innit?
21, yeah. Genesis 21 and verse 8. And the child grew and was weaned.
The child grew. Anyone know what weaned means? So I think he's talking about Isaac. Isaac was growing, getting big. The baby is growing now. It's growing. You know, is no longer in newborn clothes and newborn nappy. He's growing and he's weaned. To be weaned means to come off the breast. So he's no longer at his mom's breast no more. But he's eating baby food, man. Eating them jars or whatever mommy can blend up now. He's weaned. Come on.
And the child grew and was weaned, and Abraham made a great feast the same day that Isaac was weaned.
There you go. And Abraham for a great feast the day he was weaned. That's how black people are, man. We celebrate stuff. We celebrate your graduation. Celebrate the day you're married. Celebrate, that's what it is. And that's the part that people get mixed up. People think the celebration part is the marriage. It's not. We just celebrate, a brand new marriage, a healthy, nice marriage, sister, this brother. Why not, why not celebrate, man? Why not play some music, man? Why not drink? Why not eat? The same way how Isaac was weaned. Isaac, if Abraham didn't have a party, Isaac was still weaned. It's how we like to do things, we like to celebrate, man. That's how black people are. Anyone seen that thing on TikTok when they go around the streets and they're asking black people and white people, saying, yo, at a party, do you expect food? Well, and every black person like, yeah, of course. And all the white people like, no, food at a party, no. They're different from us. They are different from us. We like to party and feast and eat and, celebrate life a proper way. So over time, the ceremony, the paperwork, that's become the marriage, and it's not. The thing you got to respect black man, Hispanic man, Native Indian man, sex, man. If you're a woman out there, it's mad because a lot of women out there, a lot of men out there are whores, man. Hoeing around, having sex. You know what they respect? A piece of paper. When God said you must respect the sex, man. If you're a woman, you can't have sex with nobody else. And it's a shame that all these women have sex with everybody, but I ain't married though, so I'm cool, man. The devil, the oppressor, has made you not respect your body, but respect a piece of paper. You don't really respect your body. You have sex with 10 different men, but you won't do it when you're married though. I won't do it when there's a piece of paperwork involved. You respect a piece of paper more than your own body, man. More than your own body. You're a man out there, man, you're having sex with all these different whores, man, but you're married now, I gotta settle down, man. You don't even respect your body. You respect a piece of paper that the white man gives you, man. You respect a ceremony. You respect some rice and some pie that the white man throws for you, man. You don't respect your own body. You don't respect God. But you should respect that sex. That's what matters, man. That's what absolutely matters. Right. Our women thinking, yeah, I'm a hoe around and have sex with him. But I ain't married those. I'm young. I'm a young man experimenting. When I get married, I'll settle down. You mean tell me you don't love your body? And a piece of paper can humble you. What's between your legs? You give it to anybody. But when the white man gives you a piece of paper, they go, whoa, I'm gonna cherish this now. I'm gonna cherish it. I'm not gonna give it to everybody. Now I respect myself. You respect a piece of paper more than you respect yourself, man. And that's you can find Christianity for that. Go on, sis.
It's lucky I remember. When Jesus got to that the girl, I think it was by the well, and he said you had 5 husbands. The man that the man you with now is your husband. Is that sort of confirming?
That's the same thing as well. Someone get me that as well. But Christ said thou has 5 husbands. John 4 and about 16. John 4:16. It's showing you that sex is marriage, man. All throughout the Bible.
Come on. Book of John chapter 4 and verse 16. Yahushua saith, go, call thy husband and come hither.
So Christ speaks to one Samaritan woman at the well. And, you know, in the UPK, we have order, man. We don't speak to a man's woman. Christ said, listen, don't talk to me. Go call your husband and speak to me, man. Call your husband and bring him here. Bring him hither means what? Bring him here to me. Come on.
The woman answered and said, I have no husband.
And the woman answered, she goes, I ain't got no husband. She says, I got no man, I have no husband, and no man rule over me. Come on.
Yahushua said unto her, thou hast well said, I have
Christ
no
said,
husband.
that's well said. Like, you're damn right. You're absolutely right. You're correct. You don't have no husband. Come on.
For thou hast had 5 husbands.
Because thou have 5 husbands, man. Christ was calling this woman a whore, man. So you're right. You got 5 husbands. So you're telling me she walked down the aisle 5 times. She got a piece of paperwork, was divorced, and then remarried again, and then remarried again. No, this is a woman that was sleeping around, man. And Christ said, you had 5 husbands, man. You get about, you get around, man. You got a terrible name for yourself, man. Come on.
And he whom thou now hast is
and the man that you have right now, you had 5 husbands in the past, and you got 1 right now. And him that you have right now, this moment, come on,
is not thy husband.
And this man that you got right now, he ain't your husband. You're gonna find someone else soon. This man that you got, when people say, "Oh, you're a dead man walking," I mean, you're alive right now, but you're basically dead. It's gonna happen. So the man you got now, you're about to leave him too. He ain't even your husband. He's soon to leave also. Let you know that sex is marriage according to the Bible, and something that must be cherished. Your body must be cherished, man. So like, yeah, okay, man.
Nobody else yet?
Sure.
I hope
people got a cough, so just staying away from them.
That what you always call it, a cough?
The brother got a cough.
You always say a man sick. Is a man have a cough?
Nah, sick is more your belly, like vomit and stuff.
Yeah, I realize that's what it's called, sick. Yeah, I mean. What's going on now? Can you have some shop? We have inside. How y'all feeling? How y'all feeling?
To sir.
You're ready? You're ready to bring in you're ready to bring in Trump next week Monday? I watched a 3-hour parliament, UK parliament this morning with Dave Lammy, and he getting grilled on this ceasefire. And boy, all they're talking about is everybody just peppering it with Trump, the threats Trump make and all this type of shit. So the world definitely getting ready for a major shift. They're preparing for a major shift. You know what I mean? So where was that? What you all had?
I was just breaking down that sex is marriage. I just finished that.
Okay. Someone had a question?
Yes, so you know what sex was called the Bible, like Bible dictionary. When Christ said out 5 husbands, 5 wives, and the man to trap a woman.
Okay. Okay. You finished it?
Kind of the one kind.
So you got a question?
It's like I just wanted to say, could back in Israel, could a woman even walk down the aisle 5 times? Would it even be accepted that she go and get married 5 times anyway? Is that could that be a thing?
It's okay. I would say it's unlikely, but it's not unlawful because her marrying more than once is not. There's no law against it. The law is adultery. She could have her husband's die in war. You get more to water to her. I'll give you a cup if you don't mind. If you have small cups, then little plastic cups or something, right? Her husband could die in war. She could remarry. The next brother die in war, right? You had the sister in the Apocrypha who she would kill her husband every night, every marriage night. So I wouldn't look at it like it's something that she could do. It depends. A woman could remarry for different reasons. You get the point? It's not our culture to remarry. It's not unless it's like death. Yeah. And even if it's death, she still has an option if she wants to marry or if she wants to remain unmarried and just be a mother or dedicate herself to the service of the Lord. Is really up. She has that choice. You get the point? But don't think like it's unlawful for her to do it. What's unlawful is for her to commit adultery. It was unlawfulness for her to whore herself up. That's what you want to look at more so than she has, she has remarried. You get it going? Anybody else?
It's like if I could, sir.
Mm-hmm.
We got a question from a sister.
So that you don't have no regular glass cups or anything?
Oh, glass ones.
Yeah, just bring that. Bring what you have. It's the world. Go ahead, priest.
Come on, sir. We had a question from a sister. She says, Salaki said, on the subject of marriage, how do you judge if a woman is married, being that she has had relations at some point?
Okay, I might need a little bit more. Explain. How do you judge if a woman is married? If she had what?
It says if being she has had relations at some point.
I might need a little more. I'm assuming she's saying she wouldn't need to judge if a woman is married because she's a woman. I'm assuming she's asking how would a man know if a sister is married, assuming that she has had sex before. Okay, first off, this is what I would tell you. Miracles do happen. There are sisters who have physically never had a man before who have come into the school. That's absolutely, possible and evident. In the world, it's a unicorn. In the world, that's Bigfoot. But in here, it's fully possible. That's number one. Number two, any sister that comes into the school and changes her life and changes her name, she has never known nobody before. She has never been with a man before. Why?
If I could say.
Go ahead. Well, let me ask, how far back is the question? Is it a recent question?
Yeah,
go ahead.
It's within the last 15 minutes.
No sweat. If the sister who asked the question, could you answer that what I just asked? How a woman who comes into this to the school, once she changes her name, changes her life and gets a new name, that sister has never known a man before. That sister is pure and as the driven snow. How is that even possible to what? If just give a few minutes for that sister to try to answer. If she don't answer in about 30 seconds, we'll take something else. We'll try something else, all right? Is there any more questions on anything else? Just so I know to line it up. Go ahead.
I also have a question in Leviticus 15 and verse 19, where if a woman hasn't, she's on a cycle, like it says if she has an issue in her blood, an issue in her, it's like an issue in her flesh, and it be blood, and then it says she'll be put apart 7 days. If I could get a breakdown on this is 19 through to let me see, 23. Or I guess 24. That, right? Say again, sir. Sorry.
I'll come to that. Has the sister responded?
Yes, Constance.
What's the answer?
She said, Constance, she becomes a new creature.
Right? She becomes brand new, like any brother is born again. Right? She becomes new. So let's establish those two things first. All right. So now that we establish those two things, again, I'm assuming she's asking that how would a brother know? How would a brother know if a sister is married? Assuming that sisters have had sex with men before, all a brother has to do is ask her. He asks her, sis, are you married? 9 out of 10 women in the world will say la because they don't know sex is marriage. They think marriage is a ring and a wedding. It's a white dress and rice and vows and all that nonsense. That's not in the Bible. That's right. Now, if it is that that's the case, the brother would then ask more specifically, is there anybody who you're having sex with? Which 9 out of 10 times a sister in the world is going to say, well, yes, I have a friend with benefits or whatever. At that point, any brother who is worth his salt is going to reject that woman, and he don't have to disrespect her. He don't even have to say, well, sis, you married. He don't have to force her to believe anything. He just has to know she's married. He can't deal with her. Say, well, all right, so say, Sweaty, oh, you are friends with benefits? Yeah, man, listen, I know how it is. You can keep it moving, or you could decide to educate her, whatever. The point is, bottom line, you can't pursue her for marriage. That's the bottom line. Then you may ask her, and she say, no, I'm not having sex with nobody. There's another follow-up question. What's that third follow-up question for a brother? Robert, if your sister types in anything to explain her question, let me know, all right?
What kind of say?
What's the third follow-up question? Anybody?
Oh,
come on.
Erase.
Nope. Oh. Remember, it's a sister you're approaching, so that's supposed to be before anything. This is at the point where you already know she's a sister, and you're trying to establish if it's lawful to go after her. Go ahead, sis.
She's been married, but had sex before. She's a virgin, please.
Okay, you could. Okay, you could ask that. You answer it though, but not so much that. There's another one. Because she's saying, you asking her, is she having sex with anybody right now? She'll say la.
If I could say,
go ahead.
It's like the sister put in the comments the last time she had relations, like asking when was the last time.
Ask her, well, when was the last time you had sex? Oh, last week. No problems. How was it? I hope it was good. I hope it was great. Right? And you leave her alone and you walk away. Right? If she says, it was months ago or whatever, or that man left her or whatever it is, and you want to pursue this sister, you would then ask to speak to that man. Usually at that point, the broad disappears. All right? And it's good. It's good that she would disappear. If you're one of those Captain Save-A-Hole brothers like in the world, you would chase after her, and you would believe everything she tell you about that last man she had. But you want to ask to talk to him. Why do you want to ask to talk to him?
If I could say.
Go ahead. Who said? Somebody said Salakia?
Myself.
Yeah.
Let me get to Zach one. I'll come back to you, all right, Robin? Go to Zach.
Can. So you wanna Slakia, you wanna ask him, because she could be lying, and ask him just to make sure that they've finished, they've cut ties.
That's correct, right? More specifically, give me the precept in Ecclesiasticus, when thou gettest a wife. 26 and 25. I think it's 26 and 25, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I think it's that as well.
The unruly wife, the dog.
Not that one.
The dog gets a wife, I get the friend.
When thou gettest a wife. 36 and 24. Come on, quickly.
36, 24.
Somebody read it quickly.
Can't say. Ecclesiasticus 36 and verse 24. He that getteth a wife beginneth a possession.
Beginneth a what?
A possession.
Beginneth what?
A possession.
What does that mean about any sister?
If I could, if she belongs to somebody.
She, otherwise known as?
Possession.
Property. She's property. She's a possession. She belongs to somebody. She's not her own. And if you have a sister that thinks she's her own, brother, you probably should not pursue that woman. You get the point? You want to speak to the person who would have ownership of her or have right to her. The last man that had sex with her, he has right to her. And being a brother, you want to go to him because that's his possession. And you want to ask him if that's his possession. And he'll tell you. He say, yeah, man, listen, we going through something. She acting all foolish. She thinks she independent. And what should you do at that point?
Leave her. At that point, you leave her alone. Step up.
You leave her alone. You leave her alone. Because guess what? If you pursue her and she's going to go with you because she's stupid, guess what's going to happen next?
Well, you're going to create a beef with that brother.
Well, besides that, Another man gonna come along when you and her have an argument.
Right,
And she
right.
tell the other man that you don't matter and you left her. Meanwhile, you still want her. So you be a brother to him.
That's right.
You be a brother to him and you go ask him. If he say, yeah, man, go ahead, man, I'm done with her. Give it some time and go ask him again. Because sometimes brothers be proud about it. A brother don't want to say, yeah, man, I still want her. She ain't want me though. She tripping. But, you know, if you could do me a solid, leave her alone, brother. I'm still trying to work it out with my woman. That's my woman right there. Sometimes people are like that. You get the point? Sometimes brothers are like that. You want to ask again. You want to be brotherly to him. You want to look at him as if one day you could be in his shoes.
That's right. Yeah.
You want to look at it like, damn, maybe one day I'll be in his shoes and maybe I will want somebody to back up off of my woman when she being a dummy, when she being simple. You get the point? Like brotherhood would save a lot of shalom. So you do brotherhood would save a lot of nonsense in our community. You understand? Brotherhood would save a whole lot of unnecessary issues in our community. You get the point? Like you also saw that clip with the comedian Jess Hilarious and find the clip for me if you don't mind. I think you used it in one of the commercials where she the actual clip, not the commercial, not with the commentary we did. If you could find the actual clip where she talked about she wanted to marry Chico Bean, right? Which is another comedian from that 85 South show. And he would not deal with her, right? Because he's halfway watching the Israelite school at UPK. He halfway want to be an Israelite, whatever. But at least he understands that you could have more than one woman, and he understands what marriage is. And he have some sort of grasp of what brotherhood is, right? And she's on the radio talking about how much she was attracted to him and how much she wanted to give it up to him. And he turned her down. He rejected her. He turned her down. He said, he don't want to deal with her. And she's like, yo, she started pressing some more. Yo, you know, I want to deal with you, blah, 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 blah. And he said, nah, he turned her down. And in the end, you find it again?
I believe so.
You know, how much is it? 2 minutes? It's 2 minutes. This is played. And this is the clip right here. Y'all just check it out, all right?
That man, if I'd have known, you know, what I know now.
But you've been bluffing for years. So
ain't nobody been bluffing. Ain't nobody been bluffing. Stop. Ain't nobody been bluffing.
Anyway, how's your love life?
Ain't nobody been bluffing. Don't do that. How's yours?
I'm good. I'm pregnant and I'm happy now. So what's up?
I mean, I don't understand why you coming at me like that. Like, what is it that you're best? No.
He was scared.
Pause it right there. So now she reliving some time in the past that she was supposedly attracted to him. He did like her, but he never stepped to her, and she's obviously still in her feelings about it. So they, you know, trading things. How's your wife? He say, she's good. She said, well, I'm pregnant now, blah, 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 blah. But she still have feelings for some other man, which is some bullshit. All right, keep going.
He was scared. What was I scared of?
I don't know.
What was I scared of? Tell me what I
did. Then she said he's scared. You were scared, which is what a whole always try to do, to belittle some man when she can't get away. Keep going.
I was scared of.
Look, it wasn't even that he was scared. He just wasn't with it. Look, when I first got to Wild 'N Out, I was like, oh my gosh, I like this nigga. He quiet and shit. Like he ain't all over the place. Like, you know, he ain't wildin'.
Pick it up, pick it and kill it.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was the later game. Yeah, sure. So I tried to throw some game on him, but he was like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that?
You see, y'all, that's
so she tried to get with him. He said, hold up, don't you have a boyfriend? She said, well, you ain't supposed to even be worried about that. He asking the right question. Go ahead.
That's why I say everyone is for everybody. A lot of women.
Just skip down. Nah, that's it. Oh, but we gotta find the rest of the clip. If you could find the rest of the clip real quick. All right. She said, who's supposed to be worried about that? He goes on to say, I'm worried about that. I asked you, and then you said yes, or you wasn't giving me a clear answer, and then that was that. He decided to go ahead and drop the thing. She said she tried to give it to him a couple more times. He rejected her. And this is the words out her mouth. Cap find the clip, you'll hear it. She said, So I realized I'm going to just have to go ahead and let him just be a brother. Then he going to be a brother. And that's really what we need. We need more men to be brothers. If more men be brothers, the hoeing will stop. If more men be brothers, the hoeing will stop. Give me also in Ecclesiasticus 36. Hold on. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you exactly where. Wait, it says stop the water. Hold on. I'm gonna get the paraphrase. Go ahead.
I was gonna say, I think I found the clip from the full interview. I think I found the time.
No, sir. If you have it, go ahead and rock it.
Come on, sir.
I'm good. I'm pregnant and I'm happy now. So what's up?
I mean, I don't understand why you coming at me like that. Like, what is it that you're best? No. He
was scared.
He was scared. What was I scared of?
I don't know.
What was I scared of? Tell me what I was scared of.
Look, it wasn't even that he was scared. He just wasn't with it. Look, when I first got the wilding out, I was like, oh my gosh, I like this nigga. He quiet and shit. Like he ain't all over the place. Like, you know, he ain't wilding.
Picking it up, picking and killing.
That wasn't even out when I first got there. That was a later game. Yeah, so I tried to throw some game on him. But he was like, oh, don't you have a boyfriend? I'm like, who the fuck be worried about that? You know what I mean?
Me.
Like, who? Yeah, right.
I come from out the ghetto. Niggas will kill you about a just hilarious in my hood. You know what I mean? I don't play them.
Pause it right there. He said me. He said, who's supposed to be worried about that? He said me. I come from a place where I'm going to kill you because he's putting himself in another man's shoes. In the spirit, a man knows, a man understands. If I have sex with this woman, that's my woman. That's my woman. That's, you know, that's something dear to him. So now for another brother to violate it, you know, it's violating him. And this is what, you know, we don't understand as a people. The decision with sisters has to be made by men. It has to be made by men and not in the spirit of the heathens. You see, the Elamites and the Arabs and them, they make that decision like, you know, like she's a can of beans. Not like that. It's not in that spirit. But it has to be a brotherhood. It has to be a brotherly thing between two brothers because of the extent to which it could go with men. The physical extent to which it could go with men because of a misunderstanding or because of a violation or because of a slight. It could go to a very, very far extent. You get the point? So that thing has to happen, brother. You know, you want to make sure and you get to talk to that brother. And if there's any sort of inkling with you and that, when you talk to that brother that he's seen like he still want to deal with her, you got to back off. Like, I don't care how bad you think she is. You got to back off because that brother, that's his woman rightfully. She just being a dummy, right? Go ahead and keep playing it out.
Come on, sir.
Type of nigga. So that's the
what
thing.
Type of nigga was he?
That's why, yeah, I did. That's why I was going that chick. I'm like, okay, now you cool. You know,
he quiet, he low.
Right. But he really like funny, like he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I told him that I broke up with my boyfriend.
Did you really do it? You lied.
Envy.
Okay, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did I lie? Yeah, I did. I let like a week go by and I was like, what's up now? We broke up. I was acting sad and everything. I'm like sad, like, what's up now? He was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how fucked up that is? You see that fucked up?
Because he wasn't
just
interested,
because
he
you
gotta be
don't
gay.
want that pussy, I don't want none. That's crazy.
So you can put it back in. Rob, you gotta listen for me, all right?
So like to say, it's all the come on.
No, so you just gotta listen for me. Just because I know the video playing. So you see how it is. She went and lied to him and said she left the guy because she had a horse forehead. She wanted to go on the brother. She went and lied about it. Chico Bean was, you know, hip to it. He's like, ain't no way you break up with that man, ain't no sweat. And at that point, she's like, well, he ain't a sucker, so he must be gay, which is so evil, you know. Again, you had to have a certain spirit to be able to resist that thing. You got to have a certain spirit because we brought up in this society of what's the best way to put it? Like brothers in our community, Black, Hispanic, and Native Indian people, we are brought up in a way where if women like you, you must accept it.
Mm-hmm.
You have to accept every woman that like you because you are jealous, this, that, the other. When brother, the real flex is saying no.
That's right.
The real flex is turning her down. Like when you look at life, the roles in Esau kingdom, you see how women are? That's how men are supposed to be. And what I'm saying is how they carry it. How the women carry like she's the one and they have to prove themselves for her and she could turn down people. That's really how it's supposed to be for a man. You get the point? Everything is turned all the way over. She have say over the family. She has say over the kids. The Esau done turn everything upside down. He done turn it all the way upside down. So now she's looking at it like, something got to be wrong with him because men don't turn me down. I turn men down. That's how she looking at it. Like she's the one to turn men down. Men are supposed to just accept her when that's not how it is. A man is supposed to choose. He's supposed to choosing his power. Saying la can. Yep. La nah, it's okay. No, not for me. Can. That's where real power resides. That's where real power resides in our community. We look at it the opposite way. We look at it the opposite way, that you can't turn her down. So she now decides to assault his manhood because he doesn't want to violate another man. And she don't care about that other brother. She don't care how he feels. She don't care what he puts into the whole relationship. She don't care nothing about him. She's ready to step all the way out on him just because this nigga on wilding out. Go ahead. Go ahead and play, Robin.
He quiet, he low. Right. But he really like funny, like he down to earth. I'm like, all right, cool. So I told him that I broke up with him. I told him that I broke up with my boyfriend.
Did you really do it? You lied.
Then me.
Okay, I'm sorry, guys.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Did I lie? Yeah, I did. I let like a week go by.
She said, "Did I lie?" Yeah, like she can't even remember she lied. Like, brother, you got to understand. You should not negotiate a wife with her. You have to negotiate it with who is responsible for her at the time. You have to do that. You absolutely have to do it. It's better. It's a better situation. It's just more healthy. You get the point? Now, of course, if she doesn't belong to anybody. She ain't had a man in years. That's different. But if it is that you hear that there was somebody in her past 6 months ago, 3 months ago, a year ago, it's your duty to go to him. It's your duty to go to him and let him know what the intention is and be straight up with him and find out. Say you need to know if he's still dealing with this woman or not. And Chico Bean, he knew she was full of shit. He turned her down. Keep going.
Acting sad and everything. I'm like, sad, like, what's up now? And he was like, you didn't break up with him. Like, no, you didn't. And I didn't, but I'm like, this nigga gay. Like, how you not?
You see how fucked up that is? You see that fucked
because
up?
he wasn't
Just
interested, he gotta
because
be
you don't
gay?
want that pussy,
Yeah.
I don't want none. That's
It wasn't
crazy.
even about it.
That's crazy. That's crazy.
I was like, all right, he just gonna be a brother at this point.
Yeah, because you gotta understand. I gotta
Stop
be
it right
very
there.
selective with.
Stop it right there. You see how she say, well, at this point, he gonna be a brother? That's commendable. That's good. That's a hand. You need more men who trust brothers. Since he don't want to be some Captain Saver who, help you commit adultery to hurt another man. We need more brothers. More brothers will stop a hoe. Put the hoe back up on the screen now. Look at that hoe. That good hoe. Get a good picture of her. Right. That's a hoe. That's a whore with an R. Right? That's a whore right there, brother. That's absolutely disgusting as disgusting could be. You understand?
God.
Like she doesn't give a damn about herself. She doesn't give a damn about that child she has, the pregnant baby she got coming, the man who she with. She's a selfish person. And a man shouldn't have a man in life. Ever. She should sleep on a cold bed every night and drown in tears and just go to work and pay bills and pay tithes. A woman like that should never have a man, ever. You understand? She will destroy brothers. Fully destroy brothers. You get the point? So when you are, as a brother, as you investigating a sister, be thorough in it, man. Be thorough in it, because it is for life. It is not a light thing. Like in here, we not them purple sodomites and them. We not that IUIC with Nate where we let you, jump around and pass people around. Commanding General Yahanna is very serious about the vows that are made. You married for life. You're not allowed to put anybody away or jump around or anything like that. So understanding that this thing is forever and you're going to be held to it, you better fully investigate before you decide to lay down with a woman. You better temper yourself. You better temper yourself. You have a problem, your hormones raging, call your camp leader. I'm sure he's going to give you a workout that you wouldn't look at another woman again. I'm sure he's going to run you till you vomit and give you push-ups and give you so much work to do. You're too stressed out to get aroused. You all didn't reach that level yet. You all didn't reach that level yet. When there's so much shit going on, she trying to turn up the thing to you, and he's like, excuse me. Go sit up. You get the point? It's coming. I'm trying to tell you, this world is falling, brother. It is absolutely coming. You understand? You're going to have so much responsibility, you are not going to have time for frivolous sex. You're not going to have time for it. You're not going to have time for a cheap thrill that's just going to wind up in a whole, lifetime of arguments and this and that because you took her from another man. You understand? You want to be fully thorough. So I hope that answered the sister question. All right, Rob, we good there. You could drop the whole from the screen. She a nasty, disgusting thing. Horrible as the days.
That's right.
You know what I mean? We good to go?
Come on.
Ecclesiasticus up. It's stopping the water that gathered. I think it's referring to them too. To the woman where it says she gathered abroad. Anybody know what that one is? Where a something woman or shit, something gathered abroad. But you stop the water or stop the flow or something like that.
Well, she drinks every
Not that one. That's a good one too. But for the topic of
Ecclesiastes 25.
asking, let me hear that one.
It says, give no water passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad.
That's it. Give no water passage, neither a wicked woman liberty to gather abroad. You all know women like to travel. Sisters like to go all over the place. If you could go to the moon, you'd go. She'd be taking a selfie on Mars in the fishbowl like this. You know what I mean? But a righteous sister could go anywhere because she's under her husband's authority. She ain't going to go shame him. But a whore, brother, is going to be in Dubai again, defecated on. You get the point? She's going to be in Dubai shaming herself. So they say give no water passage, like a leak. Like imagine you have a leak in the house, a pipe leaking or something in the wall is leaking. You want to seal up that leak. That's like having a reckless woman. Like how that water would damage everything. That's the same thing. And they're saying give the water no passage. Because that water will do what? Go wherever. The water doesn't have a particular course in it. It'll just go wherever. Wherever is the easiest place to go, it'll go. So it's saying give the water no passage. Stop it. Dam it up. Put a dam in the river so nothing flows. It's the same. That's the same principle. So you're going to ask the brother who she said she recently had sex with. And if you could talk to him face to face, it's better because they'll get him and give you the cousin phone number. They give you a cousin phone number and say, yeah, this nigga gonna call. Tell him you Fred. And tell him you Fred so she could hold on the man. You want to go through extensive lengths to make sure she's in the right spirit. And also you want to show the Lord that you are going through the lengths to make sure you don't violate another brother so that the Lord could be with you as you move. You want the Lord to be on your side. So you want to go through extensive lengths. You want to ask for who it is, ask for his number, call him. Even if he say no, wait a little while. Wait a little while. And a little while I'm talking about could be months. You get the point? Wait a little while and see what's going on. Hit him back. You sure, brother? You sure? And if that's that, then you come and you get counsel on how to move ahead. Now, of course, it's different for a sister in the school. A sister in the school, you just go ask a camp leader, and that'll be that. All right, and you just take it from there. Ask your camp leader make a call, or you ask her camp leader, whatever it is, and you're going to get the whole rundown. It's a little bit more structured and more, it's a process, a nice process here. But in the world, brother, you're going to have to be Magnum PI and investigate everything and give it time. And don't be so hot, cool out. But this thing is for life. All right? Anything else?
A question my brother asked me last week in class. I said I'll ask it back to him. It was Christ being Adam, making everything, but at the same time, being Adam at the same time. You need to show that.
I got you. No, that's no sweat. Somebody had a question before. I think it was Rob.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, sir. My question was...
Did sister respond online to see if she...
Khan said she says she understands.
Okay, no sweat. Go ahead.
Come on, sir. My question was in Leviticus chapter 15 and verse 19, just breaking down like the practicality of dealing with a sister when she's in like when she's on the cycle. Like how
the practicality of it. Red stopper. It's a reason it's red. The stop sign is red. The engine light on your car is red for a reason. The E on the diesel, you notice that little line is red. That means stop. Right. It ain't no practicality. It's just stop. Go ahead. When it goes to the air, it's red. It's just, you have to chill. But go ahead. Let's get to it.
Come on, now, like I was saying, like I was saying, like in terms of like say,
I know you know. I was just making a joke. Everybody. Go ahead.
Leviticus 15 and verse 19. And if a woman have an issue, and her issue in her flesh be blood, she shall be put apart 7 days. And whoso toucheth her shall be unclean until the even. And everything, Slacky.
Go ahead, Slacky. I thought that was it.
And everything that she lieth upon in her separation shall be unclean, and everything also that she sitteth upon shall be unclean.
Okay.
And whosoever toucheth her bed shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even.
Okay.
And whoso toucheth anything that she sat upon shall wash his clothes and bathe himself in water and be unclean until the even.
Okay.
So
let me know what your question is, right?
I think it's kind of on those parts. So, like, I'm thinking, for example, if I'm at the Passover and my rib is with me, we share the same hotel room or something, but then she comes on a cycle. So, with like if there's one bed in the hotel, we had to sleep in different places type thing. Like maybe if there's a sofa or something, like someone can sleep on the sofa, she sleeps on the bed, or like if like is it that type of thing, or is I'm trying to get the
okay, that's how to navigate the whole thing.
All
right. Okay, there's a number of things you could do, right? There's a whole number of things that you could do, especially at Passover time. Right. Okay. Number one, this is what I would say. I advise every young brother to do this. Really get involved in that woman. Know when her cycle is coming. Know if she has a regular one. Know if she's irregular. Know if she's on birth control. Sometimes brothers get a rib and just push a button autopilot and think don't do that. Just get the knowledge of everything. So you would already know she might be unclean at Passover. Then you would make arrangements ahead of time. You understand? It's good to know these things. Like it's good to just have knowledge of it. You know what type of oil your car take, right? Shalom. You get the point? You know the oil that go in the car, but you don't, not saying you personally, but as a man, you want to just, you don't have to be all the way in it. You ain't got to know the brand of the damn Cortex, but you want to get, okay, she used to usually come through every 3-4 weeks. Or is it regular or whatever? Go ahead, sis. Yahanna.
Okay, so is it more like if you understood what was going on and knew she was going to be unclean at that time, you would know not to bother God?
You would know maybe she stand down, or maybe she comes and you're hoping and praying she should come on unleavened bread night. So at least she come to the Passover. You get the point? It depends. If you know Passover day is going to be within her 7-day week, then maybe she don't come, or she come down, she go to the lamb slaughter and she just stay in the hotel for the rest of the stuff that's, you know, the official business, like the class and the Passover. Or she don't come down. You might be coming from far and shit. I ain't paying for all that. You get the point? She just stand down. Or it might be ending right around that time and iffy, or starting right around that time and you pray and it start 2 days later, or it end 2 days earlier. Who the hell knows? But you want to navigate, you want to, you know, consider everything. If you live closer to it, it's not going to cost you nothing for her to still come through. If you live further away and it's a budget issue, it just makes sense for her to stand down. She's scheduled to be unclean. All right. So you know ahead of time she might be unclean. You could plan ahead. You have the Passover. You could just come to the room today. His brothers galore gonna be there. Most brothers sleep on the floor in one room because they're playing cards after, dominoes, music, going to the club. You get the point? Only for about 3 to 5 days, you know, it's not an issue. You could go sleep on the couch outside. You could sleep on the floor if you need to. All right. There's another old school. Somebody had enough. You got the answers? Go ahead.
Okay, just like again off the back of that. I remember in recent years, like say you was gonna be unclean at a high holiday or a school event, you would just stay home. But more recently we've started, like let's say you're unclean, it's daytime, you can come outside the school, mix and mingle. Is that
okay? I mean, this is okay. His question was specific to Passover, so you still considering it for Passover?
A high holiday.
Okay, because it's Passover, it's a little bit different because you're traveling to a spot. The high holidays in your city, in your school. Now, if you unclean around the time of a high holiday to your school, you can't be part of the anything that's going on because of your potential to make somebody else unclean. You might cook food and drop it off. But let's say you mingling and something outside the school, you hanging out, you have a little drink, you talking, you're playing cards. Woo, girl, sit down, boom on the chair. You get up. Somebody who comes 2 minutes later, pull up, sit down on the same chair they're in the school. You get the point? It's just best to just, hey, drop the food off, you go. You get the point? Just you know, there's gonna be many more holy days. You just miss it. And really, this is another thing sisters have to understand. You're not missing a holy day being unclean. You're excused. You have an excused absence, like a hall pass in school, or you get the point. You have an excused absence. You're not missing it. Missing it is I ain't coming. Missing it is I'll keep my own somewhere else, which is my topic tonight. Go and keep your own Passover somewhere else, or go staying away from the body, doing something like that. That's something else. You ain't keeping it. You missed it, and you missed it on purpose, which is worse than somebody in the world. Right. Cardi B and Sexy Red never went to no Passover, but they ain't know about it. They don't have no knowledge of it, but you know, and you decide to go do it somewhere else. That's right. And you decide to not show up. That's different. You get the point? So now, Rob, man. So all those things are there. There's another old school way. This is more so for, of course, if you live with your rib, and you may not have the resources another married couple would have, where there's different rooms in the house, or you may not be a brother who has multiple ribs, where when one rib is unclean, you could now go to another house and give her time and take the kids, go over there. She unclean. She ain't got to worry about the kids. You may not have that resource. You may have one rib, or your other rib somewhere else in another, state or country, and there's only one room you could use. You could go sleep on the couch. Maybe you don't have one. You could sleep on the floor. Or what's typical, what's a practice we do, she can cover herself, her lower half, with a sheet or a towel or something. She can be confined to one chair. She can, in the bed, you all could sleep on like an alternate sheet. Like she's under one blanket, and the blanket is that blanket that she's covered with is the sheet you laying on. So there's a separation. You get the point? If you have to, you get the point? If you have to, you can't do nothing else. You got to be in there with her. There's things you can do to show the Lord you trying to keep it separate how it should be. Ideally, she would have a place maybe she could go to, or you would have a place you could go to, and she able to have this time off and be separate and recharge. That's what would be ideal. So, but for your case with Passover, Rabban, I would just try to get to figure out, if what her cycle is like, what's the expectation. And, if it's not coming, then fine. If it is coming, then you start to make plans accordingly. Maybe she stands down. Maybe she doesn't stand down, but you're preparing. And if it happens, you sleep on the couch. You sleep on, most of them hotels have a pull-out bed anyway in the couch. She in the room, you on the couch, is not a problem. You could tie a string around the chair, either the leg or somewhere on the chair. So, that's the chair she sits in all the time. So there's no confusion with you getting unclean, like sitting where she sits. Remember, they say everywhere she sits would be unclean. You get the point? So there's things like that you can do. You understand what I'm saying?
Come on, son. Come on.
Okay.
So what about sister taking them pills to stop it? Like say the sister knows like boom, Pastor's coming, we want to go. Would you advise it? Now to call the doctor or?
Okay, it's not unlawful. It's not unlawful if you want to call a doctor and consult. You could definitely do that. It's definitely not unlawful. So I can't say not to do it. It's something again that has to be discussed with, you and your rib. You get the point? And ultimately, it should be something where you fine with it or not fine with it, and she's ready to rock with you. And again, it's a huge undertaking, so you want to consider everything. If she want to do that, then fine. But she could do that, and then something else happened, and she still can't go, and that would be a proof that the Lord was trying to give her the time off. You get the point? So it all depends on you. Every brother can handle his situation differently. You know what I mean? You're not wrong if she wanna take the I forget the name of the pills, but it stops or delays the cycle. It could delay the cycle a month or something and push it off till something else. I believe they all kind of birth control pills or some form of it anyway. So it's really those things are not unlawful, but it's really up to you. You the head of your house, and you want to consider the sister. Most times, sisters, Passovers at times, that's when sisters get to see each other. Brothers get to see each other through camp, traveling, cookouts a whole lot. Sometimes sisters don't really get to see each other and be around, and you get the point. And remember, she's not a soldier like you. If she was in the world, she would be enjoying the world. She turned her back on the world for it. So you down there have to make sure she could get to enjoy herself in here. So yeah, you want to consider all of that. You want to consider everything and make the right decision, and that's it. But it's not unlawful to do. You get the point? So that's it. Every man, he'll handle that part different. Cool. Rabban, we good to go with that one? All right, no sweat. Anything else from anybody else? And I ain't had to tell you all. I know you all in here know you cannot have sex with a sister when she's on her cycle. Them nasty niggas in the world, they just foul, running red lights every day. You get the point? What else we have? Anything else? Or we good to go? Good to go. All right. Sis, you had a question? Come on.
I had a question in Genesis 24:16. I think it's talk about it's talk about a seed. It's like it's talking about a woman. I think it's Isaac's wife.
Okay.
I'm not sure, but it says seed. So I just wanted to know what it meant by seed.
Say what the scripture is again.
Genesis 24:16.
Genesis 24 and 60. Someone of the Akim, you'll grab that for the sister. Read it, please. Okay. Genesis 24 and 16. 60.
Book of Genesis chapter 24 and verse 60. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, Thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them.
Hold on. 24. Hold on. It'll be able. Genesis in here, or what the hell is wrong? Shalom, yeah, okay. Okay, where we at?
Genesis
24.
26. Come on.
All right, go ahead.
Come to the one con. And they blessed Rebekah and said unto her, Thou art our sister. Be thou the mother of thousands of millions, and let thy seed possess the gate of those which hate them.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and your question, sis, was what?
What does the seed mean? Because I thought that seed was like from a man.
Seed was from a man, but it's put in a woman,
Okay.
and that makes you and him one. So his seed is your seed. You get the point? So it's the child is also yours. You get the point? It's his, but because he puts the child into you, your two flesh become one. So that thing is also your seed, right? You don't have seed. It's not saying you. It's not saying seed comes from you, but it's saying ownership. Like your seed, that's your child. You get the point? So that's what it's saying. You get the point, sis?
Would it be the same? I can't remember the scripture where they said that Christ was Mary's seed. I remember that was brought up in a battle.
I'm not sure if it actually says that. I had to see it. I can't remember if it actually says that. But I know Genesis, the serpent head will be bruised by the heel of your seed. That was what the Lord was telling Eve, that the serpent will bite the heel of your children, of your seed, and your seed, the heel of your seed will bruise the head of the serpent. Right? So that's a better example of it. So in that context, yes, the child is also yours. In the other context, that child is his. And this is not for the sisters in here. For the woman in the world, that child is his. And that's that.
That's right.
You good to go on that one, sis? All right, any other questions? No?
The Genesis one and then
Genesis, which one?
Topic. John 1:1, in the beginning was the word.
Okay, bring it back to me again. I'm gonna write this down. I don't want to lose it.
John 1:1 is in the beginning was the word, and the word was with the word was with God, and the word was God. The same was in the beginning with God. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made that was made.
Okay.
So we understand that Yahushai what like timeline up, and made things, then became Adam like what we look like.
Okay, give me John 1:1 again. Let's start there. Let's go to Genesis.
In the beginning was the word, and the word was with God, and the word was God.
In the beginning was the word. Right? Who's the word? Right? Yahushua is the word of the Lord. What he says is what the Lord says. In the beginning was the word, and the word, and read on.
And the word was with God.
And the word was with power, or with the power. Right? The word was with him. Go ahead.
And the word was God.
And the word was God. The word was power. He had power. He was with the power, and he also had power. Go ahead.
The same was in the beginning with God.
And the same was in the beginning with the Most High. In the beginning, that's how Genesis opens. In the beginning, Christ was with the Lord and the angels. He's part of the host in creation. You get the point? Go ahead.
Come on. All things were made by him, and without him was not anything made.
Right? He was the one who carrying out, or the Lord is saying what he wants, Christ is carrying it out, or giving the orders to carry it out, the angels doing it. You get the point? It's a chain of command coming down. So now there's creation on the earth. It's 7 days or several thousand years or 7,000 years or 7 extremely long periods of time. The first period of time is let there be light and this and that, and different periods of time, different things are created. And mankind, the human race, was created in the 6th long period of time, or the 6th several thousand years, or 7,000 years. But it was a very long period of time, which is, again, this is a proof of what the white man would call evolution. They say evolution happened with thousands of years and very long time. It's not saying we evolved, but it's his explanation for how we evolved. Not for how we evolved, for how we were here. He offers an explanation of evolution for how we get here. You get the point? So mankind was created in that time. In that time period, man was created. So imagine several thousand of years, right? 7,000 years or a little bit more thereabout. Mankind, the whole human race was created, right? What's one generation? How long does one generation live?
A generation?
Mm-hmm.
How many years longer?
100.
70. That's one generation. One generation. A man living today, your generation is going to be gone 70. Around about 70, 80 years. That's when most people die today. You get the point? They're gone. So just by today's standard, think about how many generations is in several thousands of years. Back then, people was living till 100, 200 years old, right? That's still a generation that's going to pass. Think about how many generations from that 6th day or that 6th period of time till the 7th. And they say somewhere in that 7th period is where the Lord raised up Adam from the earth, or woke his spirit up. Christ, that was Christ in the earth. You get the point? It was Christ in the earth long after creation. Remember, it said in the 7th day, the Lord rested of everything he made. There was no more creation going on. This is thousands of years, thousands of years, and there's Yahushua. There's him as Adam. He put his spirit in Adam, woke Adam up because he was starting what he wanted, that family he wanted to rule. All right?
So like you said, you know, I think the problem was it's touch of Christianity is still there. I wasn't getting it. But when you put it like that, you shook it right after thousands of years, the
time that passed. It's not like he's there now and then he creates and then jumped in. No, it's time passed. Thousands of time passed, and the Lord puts him there in the earth as Adam, and you all know the rest from there. You get the point?
Come on. You know what Genesis, like in the beginning, it's talking about life as we know it. You know, we might say that you don't mention the angels or heavens.
Yeah, dude. I believe it mentioned the angels. Hold on. You mean in the beginning with creation?
You know, in the beginning, it's the beginning of man. It's not really talking about how angels came about or anything. It doesn't really mention the heavens. It mentions mainly space and life we know, our waters, the fish.
Okay.
So, you're referring to life as we know it, or
okay, I ain't getting what you're saying.
When it's in the beginning, some people think beginning of everything, but it seems like it's talking about beginning of life as we know
for
it.
us. This is the beginning of everything that's relative for us. You get the point? This is not the beginning of everything. You get the point? And it says the Lord has no beginning or no end. Remember, even with Melchizedek, when Melchizedek appeared to Abraham, it says he had no beginning or end of days, which means he was with the Lord in the beginning. You get the point? That's another precept for the question you asked, where that's not a reincarnation of Christ or Adam, but that's an appearance. So he made an appearance as the high priest because he was with the Most High already. He was there. That was what he was chosen to do, and he was with him where there's no beginning or end of days. You get the point? Like how the Lord don't have a beginning or end. It's something way too far for us to understand, and because we don't understand it, we take on the not we in here, but dummies in the world take on the same horse spirit like that Jessalarius. And because they don't understand what's going on, they disrespect it. Just like how she called him a sodomite because he didn't want to have sex with her. People in the world who don't understand that the Lord always is and was will say you're stupid, you're worshiping a fairy tale, because they can't get whatever it is. it's the same type of spirit in that. You understand what I'm saying? So yeah, you're right. This is talking about our, you know, our thing. All right, we good to go?
Colin, one comes if I miss anything.
All right. Any other questions online? Rob, I'm looking to, or just you?
Yeah, but Alban also.
All right, yeah, you'll just scan through real quick. In the meantime, you'll know. Go ahead.
So, like, so we do have a question. Well, the brother asked, would a precept for the timeline be 2 Peter 3 and verse 8?
I believe that's exactly where it is, but you could read it just to make sure.
The book of 2 Peter's chapter 3 and verse 8. But beloved, be not ignorant of this one thing, that one day is with the Lord. That one day is with the Lord as 1,000 years, and 1,000 years is one day.
Right? One day for the Lord is as 1,000 years for man. Right? And 1,000 years is as one day for the Lord. 1,000 years for man is a ridiculous long time. Most people can't even fathom 1,000 years. You tell somebody they had to wait 6 months to talk to a woman, that nigga gonna leave the truth. Much less 1,000 years. Shit, abroad gonna leave the truth over that shit. Much less 1,000 years. You get the point? It's as 1,000 years, meaning a day for the Lord is like a very, very, very long time for mankind. So when he say, you know, in this day and the evening and the morning was the first day and the second day, and a day was, you know, creation, it's saying that for man, it's a very, very, very long time. It's not one day. It's a very, very long time. And it took 7 periods of very, very long time. So you had one huge period of very long time. That was the first day. You had another period of a very, very long time. That was the second day, all the way up to day 7. And day 7, he did nothing but raised Adam up, and everything else was day 7. You get the point? Technically, we still in day 7 if you want to think about it like that, because there's no more creation, and Adam, we the day of Adam. You understand what I'm saying? Technically, if you want to think of it like that, there was no other day after that. We in the Lord's rest. That's why it's saying Hebrews, I think, where it says it's time for us to enter into the Lord's rest. Right? You know that precept?
Yeah.
Pull it for me. But Rob, on that precept is definitely one. All right. You there, Rob? Right. That precept is definitely one.
I think it's Hebrews 4 and 9.
All right. What's it?
They remaineth therefore a rest to people of the Most High.
Right. There's a rest to the people of the Lord. Right. There's a rest for us. What's y'all got? Come on, y'all. You're trying to get me little. What's that? Y'all got the I.S.U.P.K? Give me the I.S.U.P.K. Y'all have some ice?
Yeah.
Let me get 2 blocks of ice. Oh boy. Yeah, I'll take ice in that. Let me get 2 blocks of ice. I'm to water. I appreciate that. Go ahead.
There remaineth therefore a rest to people of the Most High. For he that is entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works.
Right? There's a rest for the people of the Lord. Meaning, and it's specifically talking about the truth. You come into the truth, your life is different. Your life is absolutely different. Recently, I went down to Trinidad with I.S.U.P.K, and it was just the season just before Christmas. And brother, the craziness that you're seeing, just the whole fervor of, for one day, people have no rest. Cleaning, working overtime, shopping, blah, blah, blah. There's no rest. Living in this world, there is no rest. But you come into the truth, you're going to get rest. You're going to enter into the rest of the Lord, which means what? There's a rest that's already existed. You just have to enter into the rest of the Lord. And the Lord's rest, remember, in the 7th day, Genesis 2, it says, this was the 7th day. He rested from all his work. That's the Lord's rest. Now you just have to come in there and do what he said. Life ain't hard. You get the point?
Oh, God.
No sweat. That was it.
For he that entered into his rest, he also have ceased from his own works, So as the Most High did from his. Let us labor therefore and enter into that rest, lest any man fall after the same example of unbelief.
Exactly. That's it. And that even going right into the topic again. You want to enter into the Lord's rest. You want to cease from your work and do his. I appreciate that, Sister What. You want to enter into cease from your work and do his work. You going off to celebrate some other Passover, some other high holy day, calling it the work of the Lord. That's your work. You going off to establish some Israelite group. That's your work. That's not the Lord's work. The Lord's work is already set up. All you got to do is enter in and rest. And rest. Is your planning Passover? Anybody here negotiated with the hotel and the venue and anything, and the lamb and shit like that? You only got that to do. All you got to do is what? Show up. That's it. Pay your tithes, keep his law, statutes, and commandments, and go somewhere. That's your life. You ain't got to freeze on the Gaza right now. I hear them children almost freezing to death. I didn't even know that. That's what Dave Lamy was talking about this morning.
I didn't know Gaza gets cold.
No, it does. Apparently it do. Apparently it do. And shit, I mean, even if it don't, maybe not a strong winter, but I'm sure the temperature drop like here. I don't know where it is geographically. I don't have a grasp of how far south or just maybe across it is. But apparently, they was freezing over there. Children, dying from infections from amputations, from the building falling on them. They had to cut the leg off. The surgery ain't go right because they ain't got no hospitals. You get the point? They in hell. They in hell, but their God sends them to work and go to Mecca and circle and do all this type of shit. You just have to show up back and somebody works for you. Somebody brings your lamb. Somebody cooks your lamb. Somebody drives it to your hotel. All you got to do is show up. You enter into the Lord's rest. You ain't got nothing to do. Just obey him, and the shit that's it. You get the point? Go ahead, sis.
So like you said, for example, if you had a child who was in school, holiday club, whatever, and they encountered another child that was the child of someone in a fake Israelite group, and that child saying, I rest on the 7th, which is Sunday. Should your child bother getting into, or is it just advisable to just...
Well, that's telling me a faggot now.
Yeah, well.
That's a lot. Say you faggot. Let's keep it moving. Go ahead. So you say that they meet somebody who is a so-called fake Israelite, right? And they say they rest on the Sabbath and this and that. Okay, what you want to tell your children is everybody who's outside of the truth is Christian. Even the term for us fake Israelite is still giving them a whole lot of, they're just Christian. They don't different than Seventh-day Adventists. The Seventh-day Adventists rest on the Sabbath. That's right. You get the point? I'm gonna come to you, all right, sis? The Seventh-day Adventists rest on the Sabbath. There's no difference. So because a child is not going to be able to fully navigate that relationship. So you kind of had to make the cut blunt with them. You know what I mean? So more so they're Christian. They're not in the truth. That's a more it's a more tangible thing a child could grasp, but the mind could wrap around that. But when you say fake Israelite, it's still Israelite in the word. So they might give them some respect. They're Christian. They're just some evil Christian. That's why I just call them. And the Lord know why he ain't giving no sons and all. And the son cussing the teacher out. Fuck you, then. You get the point? So that's it. You have questions, sis? Go ahead. You saying that if at your school you have classmates or friends that might say they're in the truth, they are Israelites, right? But they say they are in the truth, or their mom is in, their parents are in the truth. That's what you're asking, and you're asking what should you say to them, or how you should navigate it. How you should navigate it. Okay, this is what you want to understand. Do you see them in here? You've been to Passover, right? How old are you? 7. And I think I see her down near every Passover. She flies over the pond to Passover. Give her a hand. Right. Young sister. So you've been to Passover. You've been to classes here. You on the Hebrew language class every Friday with Officer Rabban. Have you seen her mother in Hebrew language class? You seen that girl's mother in that class? Have you seen her mother in high holidays here? Have you seen her mother in Passover in America? Have you seen that girl in Passover in America? That boy, whoever it is. So then they are Christian and not in the truth. Give her a hand. They're Christian and not in the truth. You get the point? Listen, I had to, Jeremiah Hyman guilt me into I'm gonna start to reward these kids out. We gotta get her some cash. Yeah, I'm gonna put it in an envelope. Remind me for next week. I'm gonna bring the cash over.
I'm not in the UK, so
Not in the UK.
Our lowest notes are 5.
Say again?
Our lowest note or the bills are 5.
Yeah, we get them the coin. The coin.
Right.
The coin is old. Listen, and 5 for that answer, brother. She used the word navigate. She should get $5 just for that. She said how I should navigate it. Yeah, understand that shit. 5 is fine. You get the point? You know, guilt me into the whole damn thing. I like them kids to work for the principle of it. That's how I come up. Get A's on the principle of the matter. You paying these damn kids. They're gonna extort my ass. These kids know how to hack the Roblox. You think they ain't gonna hack the damn school thing and put A's all on the damn report card? I'm be suspecting everybody. But that's it. That's how you do it. They're not in here. They don't do what you do. So how could they be you?
That's right.
Are you in the truth? Are you an Israelite? So if they're not doing what you do, how could they be you?
That's right.
That's how you have to look at it. You get the point? It's like, what's your favorite sport? Basketball. Who's your favorite team or basketball player? Giannis, right? If somebody who plays, that's fine. Listen, ain't no sweat. Don't worry about it. Some old heathen, disgusted African. But they teach him how to play. That's one thing I could say. He watched enough black people to learn. But if somebody says they're an NBA player, you have to look at them and like, well, are you doing what he does? Are you training like how? That's how you measure it. You look at what people do, not what people say. Get the point? Give me the precept where it says, hold on. No, does it say that? With the Pharisees, do what they say, not what they do. What I want. That's not what I want. Love indeed. Give me love indeed. 1 John 3:18.
1 John 3:18. My children, let us not love in word, neither in tongue.
Right? My children. And it's a good thing. Is the young sister asking about another child who's saying they're in the truth. So love is what? Obeying the Lord, doing what the Lord wants. So it's saying, my children, let us not love in word or with what?
Or in tongue.
Or in tongue, meaning what does love in word or in tongue mean? What people say, what they say out their mouth. You can't just, say you love somebody or say you're in the truth. He said, let us not just love in word or in tongue. Go ahead.
Come on. But indeed.
But indeed. What does indeed mean? Well, let me find out your prompting over there. And I'm finding. But she one head blocking right here. She like this on the side. She like this on the side. I can't see the mouth, I can't see no jaw, nothing. What does deed mean? Take a shot. What they do. Give her a hand. That's 10, Cap. That's 10 right there. We got to figure this out. We got to work out a payment plan, a mortgage. Rama, you got to work out a mortgage for him to pay on my yellow. You get the point? Like, you have to look at what they do, not what they say. She could say everything she want to say. You look at what she do. If you ain't seeing her where you're at, she's not you. Because you know who the hell you are. You get the point? And that doesn't mean you have to not hang out with her or him. You could play football, you all play tag, you all sit down and watch Roblox and everything. But you ain't going over to the house. You ain't celebrating no birthdays. You're not being in an alone spot with them. That's another thing really you should watch with your kids. Sometimes you could be innocent and kids that are 6, 7 years old, you'll leave them playing in the backyard or in a room or somewhere. Brother, you sit there and watch them. You put somebody on Shema because you don't know what that other child grew up with. And before long, you come in the room there and horrible nonsense going on. Your child innocent. They don't know. You get the point? You just watch everybody child who's not in here. You get the point? Anybody child who's not in here, you ought to watch them. Keep an eye on them. You know, you supervise it. Go ahead.
So, would you advise get sleepovers for myself? I don't do sleepovers.
As an adult?
No.
she said for myself. Listen,
No.
these sisters always want to get together and do the whole, you know, the Cupid shuffle and drink bottomless mimosas whole night. Go ahead.
Like for my kids, like for me, I shall trust it. Would you advise against sleepovers?
Okay, sleepovers in your house?
Either like sleepovers going to like family members that you don't know, very tight.
Okay.
Or friends.
I mean, I'm probably the wrong person to ask. Like, I'm extremely, I'm extremely, you know, I homeschool my children. I don't trust the school. I'm extremely because I get tremendous urges over my children. I fear one day I'll end up in a cell if something happens. I don't want the investigation. I don't want the police report. I'm not waiting months. I'm not going through therapy. You get the point? Y'all could just read about my story. Yeah, that's it. Just put some money on my books, and that's that. Yeah, tell the story about me every time in class. But with some, okay, I would say it depends on the age of the child, where they're going. I would more so consult with your husband over it. Like he's okay. Women do not have that sense of danger. Women do not have that thing of being on guard and playing out in your mind all the options that could go wrong. Women don't have that thing in their mind. They don't. A man has that. So as you tell him, hey, I want to do this, he start thinking, okay, you got to go here, you got to buy this, you got to hop on that bus, you got to go here. Nah, that ain't going to work. I'm going to drop you. And you wonder how he come up with that so quick. Because his whole life has been calculated with danger, because a man is more exposed to danger than a woman. Some sisters yelling right now in the street, the whole block is going to come outside because it's a female voice. A nigga balling out, ain't nobody going nowhere. You get it, boy, you on your own. So I would consult with your husband over it. Now, for a sister who may not have a husband, you want to consider the age of the children. You want to consider the maturity level of the child. Sometimes it might be good as a test to see how good the child is. I would escalate it up from play dates in the park or somewhere, where it starts with you supervising them in this environment. Then you step away for a minute, or you step away, I spill the whole beans. Ayala do this shit here. Ayala start looking. She want to get the game. You take them somewhere they play, and then you disappear or make them think you're not there, but you watching so you can see what they do. And then you start to escalate it up with responsibility. Are they calling you when something go wrong? Is this happening? And that's how you could know if you could leave them in a certain space. So it's not a clear-cut situation. It requires examination because things could go bad. I mean, pull up the story about the brother who I think this happened in New Jersey or UK. I can't remember. It's so much horrible stories. Some young brother went to a sleepover and these friends poured hot water on him while he was sleeping, burned his face off as a prank. Now, you know, I'm going inside for that. I'm gonna just tell you straight up. I'll give you all one last call, and that'll be that.
Georgia.
Right. Say again?
In Georgia.
In Georgia. Mm-hmm. You might could just pull the picture. I don't know if that it will play. Is that a video?
Yeah, it's not playing still.
No sweat. It's probably just buffering. It might play an ad first. Seem like. No, that's something else playing. But you can just show the picture. I think there's a picture. Yeah, that's it there. You can just close out the video. Just zoom in and hit the picture. Or show everybody that picture and see.
Calm.
Right? That's the boy there. You see his face. You see the side of his face on his cheek. They blur his face out because he's so young. But they poured hot water on this brother as a prank. Now, I just want to know if where the sleepover was with Caucasians or with quote-unquote African Americans? That's my question, first and foremost. All right. So go ahead.
Like you said, not to make it personal, but let's say, for example, with my children, I've got a 7 and a 5-6-year-old. And when, like, during like the holidays, they might go to a holiday club, which is not their regular people if they don't know them, but it's governed, everybody's been checked out. But when they go there, there might be older children, etc. And I will say to my older child, don't let her go to toilet by yourself.
I do the same
don't
thing.
move by yourself.
I do the same thing.
She's in that room, you're in that room. There's no separation.
Oh, hell yeah. I do the same thing.
Complaints like, but I was about to eat and I was playing this and I was...
It's okay. You remember that they're children, so of course they want to do something else. But in this situation, you may be in a situation where it's holiday time, so they're not in school. You slaving. Your husband's slaving. There's nowhere to take them. Their relatives could probably take them one day, but they can't take them for the whole time. You have to put them in a club somewhere. You want to vet the club. You want to check everything out. You want to go, you could take one day off a slave and go there and sit. You down there want to see. It's better if your husband go. That's what I learned early. You go there and you picking them up and you go in and talking to them teachers 1 or 2 times. Most of them don't want to talk to no man. So they'll make sure and treat your child right because they don't want no problems with you. And you could damn near set the tone. So you could take a day and just go and sit there in the whole social club and watch everything. Just watch everything so they know, well, we have a problem with this particular parent. So just make sure their children is good. You could do different things like bribe them. Bring some donuts and some coffee. And hey, you all good? Dropping them off. It's Monday. All kind of shit you could do to get them in your favor. They start to look after your children a little more. Even heathens. You go in there and talk to them all nice and bring some, some old Elamite sweets for them, whatever. You get the point? They do that shit to us. You get the point? So, and you train your children how to move together. Give me harmless as a dove. Right? You want to train them how to move together. No, it's not. Don't assume that your child is going to respond to it favorably because they're children. They want to play. They don't want responsibility. And you can't get angry with them for it. The world is messed up. So this is how you flexing. I know you want to eat. I know you got to watch your sister. You got to watch your younger sister. You got to watch your brother. You watched over them. Good job. You got to reward them. You got to make it worthwhile. You got to buy something extra for them. Take them separately. Get them some money. Nobody else had to see. Don't tell your brothers and them, I ain't going to give you nothing more. You have to motivate them to be you when you ain't there because that could save trauma. You get the point? So it's just something you got to work with and do. I do it with mine. Send them to the bathroom together and whoever is not using the bathroom faces the door. Just to make sure you're in there, face the door. You're facing the door and talking to them. You're facing the door, yeah. All right, the next one, go use the bathroom, flush the toilet, wash your hand, you all switch out. The next one, go use the toilet, face the door, don't look at them. And over time, they start being eyes and ears for each other. And they'll start to develop the same sense you have. But it's just something you just have to do over time, and you should do it. Your children is just too precious to play games with. Some people will say you're overboard. Thank you. Great. I'm glad I'm overboard. Thank you for that compliment. All right, go ahead.
Come on. Matthew 10:16. Behold, I send you forth as sheep in the midst of wolves.
That's how we are in the world. And for sure, that's how your children are in schools. Because our children are not vicious like other kids' children. Other kids. Our children don't have that type of animosity. Children in the world right now is just absolutely cruel and ridiculous. And the environment you may have in your home, your children are not probably prepared for life. So you have to prepare them. You have to teach them when they have to swing and when they have to play cool. And sometimes it's worth swinging. Swing hard, knock the head off if you have to. But you can't be the victim. You have to explain that part to them. Because sometimes they don't recover from being a victim. Because you told them to play nice. You told them to be kind. And they was kind. And they was hurt because they was kind. So it's a paradox in their mind. It's like an oxymoron. He told me be kind. She told me be kind. And look what happened because I was kind. It's a conflict. So you damn near have to prepare them to, if they have to get busy, they have to get busy. And they have to get busy, not defensive. They're going to have to get busy like it has to be across the board. I'm not messing with this person anymore. And that's just that. You get the point? Go ahead.
You know.
Say again?
The same of that with official business. I thought I've got such you know.
Oh shit! Let me sign something with this motherfucker. Yeah. Oh, Tawada. Yeah, I'm gonna lead this here. This Tawada. Go ahead.
Be ye therefore wise as serpents and harmless as doves.
That's all you have to be, and that's why you have to train your kids to be. You gotta routinely talk to your children, present scenarios, so it's not brand new when it happens. These children in the world, that's their house is a survival zone. They're living with somebody who ain't their parent. They have some uncle or, you know, some old lesbian living in the basement or in the next room. You get the point? Drugs in and out. People who are schizophrenic. Their house is a survival zone. So they damn near getting trained on how to survive and hit and do this. So when they come in school and your little nice ass child come up, they look at them like prey. And you're going to have to train your child to be wise as a serpent and harmless as a dove. And that's that. You understand? Get the point? We good to go? Anything else?
I think that's it.
That's it? All right, let me get Joshua real quick. Joshua chapter 22. So, right, we have Passover coming up April 12th. Give that a hand.
That's right.
April 12th, Atlanta, Georgia. Right? We're going to be down there in Atlanta, Georgia, April 12th, 2025. Really, we're going to be down there from the 9th because the 10th is the lamb slaughter. The 11th is the Hebrew Academy trials. Ooh-wee. The trials. No, hold on. Am I wrong? The 11th is the trials and the graduation. No, I think the 10th is the 9th is the trials. The 10th is the trials. 9th is lamb slaughter. 9, 10, 11, 12. 9, 10, 11. Okay. Just come to the damn Passover, man. Just come on down. We have the black party. Go ahead, Slack here. Go ahead.
Oh, Slack. I just said that's right. That's right.
Yeah, just come. I forget the dates. I know I'm gonna be down there.
I'll be down there.
Right? You get the lamb slaughter, the Hebrew Academy trials, the graduation, the all black party, the kids party. I think it's the same day as the trials. So the children have a whole play damn near acre for children, a whole play thing with all kind of, you know, shooting and driving cars and video games and all kind of stuff for the kids. Scripture breakdown is same night, right? No, scripture breakdown is Wednesday. God damn. Scripture breakdown class, John Mahaiman. Friday, then Black Party. Black Party, I think, is the Friday. So lucky. I think I'm mixing it up. The trials is the Thursday. The scripture breakdown is also that Thursday. The kids party is also that Thursday. The Friday is the graduation and the Black Party Friday night. You know, a car doesn't get Pastor Troy to come on down and China Monet. Plus the whole UPK entourage going to be on there with quality music. And then Saturday's the Passover, Sunday Feast of Unleavened Bread. We're going to be doing it big. The Lord's Passover, 56 years in the business. We ain't new to this. We're true to this. Yeah, I mean, get out of hand. We're true to this. We introduce a few to this. Don't get me started. I mean, since Cartel come over, I'm practicing them. Since Cartel come over, I was like, let me try and navigate some bars here. I'm out. Go ahead, sis.
I just wanted to get a quick breakdown on the Passover. Like, you know how Christians will say that
come on,
say that Christ Passover the Jews. But like, so do we do like Passover, remembering what happened, and for Christ? Like, why do we celebrate? Is it the both? Like, what happened with Moses and Christ?
Okay, the Passover is to remember what happened in Egypt. It's to remember what the Lord did in Egypt, because the Lord slaughtered a nation for our sake. He shed blood for us. You got to remember that. Like a father, imagine a father come in there and shed blood to save his children. His children has to remember that shit. They have to. They have to remember that. And if they don't remember that, they're bastards. If they choose not to remember, they choose not to honor it, they're bastards. What's the proof of that? America celebrates President's Day, 4th of July, Veterans Day. They They celebrate what their forefathers did.
Mm-hmm.
And their forefathers shed blood for them, whether it was righteous blood or unrighteous blood. To them, they're gonna remember it. Same thing with the UK, right? Bring it up.
I've actually seen it. In November, they have puppies on their chest. Everyone has it.
That's what Memorial Day, right?
Yeah, well, 1 and 2. The whole month of November, have it on their chest.
Right, they remember that. And UK has a different system than America. With the UK has a monarchy, a royal family. And that royal family is prestigious and honored because the forefathers are who they attribute, or that lineage or that throne is what they attribute to, building up England with all the wealth and ruling. Go ahead.
You got like American Idol. You got a British Idol as well. And then Nicole Schleifer, her name is, she was like a guest judge that week on the show. Did have a puppy on. And
what was she? She's a heathen?
Yeah, they call for the Pussycat Dolls girl. She was like an American group anyway. She was like a guest judge that day on the British Idol. And she didn't have a puppy on in November, and everyone was vexed with her.
But she didn't know.
And they said, but she's American, didn't care. She said, well, she got to do her homework when she comes here.
Yeah, they're right. They're right. She had to do her homework when she come there. In the kingdom, you walking around, without some broad walking around with her head uncovered is going to be something else. A holy day time. You get the point? Like the rule and culture got to be respected. And I'm not saying that to say we had to respect their shit. You had to watch how they move and understand that that's what power and rulership looks like. And one day that's going to be yours. And you're going to, they better obey your rules in the kingdom. They better not eat no pork. They better, what? You eating what? Here? Nah, you got to go. You get the point? Mm-hmm. So they valued, their forefathers, what they did. We value what the Lord did for us in Egypt.
That's right.
So and it's a law to celebrate Passover. It's the second holy day in our calendar. The first holy day is what? That we commanded to the Sabbath day. The very next one is Passover. It's our main holiday. It's America's 4th of July. Oh, I don't know. What's the big one here? Christmas? It's would be Christmas for UK. So the Memorial Day is not bigger than Christmas?
Because England's got so much heathens.
Okay, well,
no British people believe in that shit.
Okay, I wouldn't use the Christmas because the Christmas is universal. I need something that pertains to UK, like 4th of July. That's an American thing. That's heathens in America would observe the day. They'll fry some hot dogs, but it don't mean the same thing for them. You get it, man?
Yeah, don't really know about
the Memorial Day. That's what I'm saying. So the Memorial Day, that's the UK equivalent to Passover for the British people.
Yeah,
you understand?
Got puppies on their chest. You see puppies on cars, puppies on lorries.
They put on their soldier uniform at 85 years old and walk out and cry for memories and shit. That's all that is our Passover. They do fireworks for Memorial Day.
No, that 1 minute silence though. They call it Remembrance Day.
Remembrance Day.
1 minute silence. Puppies on their chest. Yeah.
Yeah, it's probably UK holiday, not a holiday in UK, but a UK holiday. That's Memorial Day. Passover is our biggest main holiday. It's the biggest thing. It kicks off the year. It's if you a vendor, you set for the year with Passover. If you are a farmer, brother, all your goats go in. Think about it. This is lamb for the nation. Remember, Christ was born in the Passover. That's why he had to be born in a manger. There was no hotels. Imagine they made the trip to Jerusalem, and it's not that they couldn't afford a room. There was no room. Remember, it said there was no room. So they just had to find somewhere. You get the point? How many times that happened? You come down, your brothers and sisters come down to the Passover, and it's like, damn, the rooms book up. You got to call. Hey, you have a room over there? Anybody have a room over there? Yeah, your brother have a house down there. Y'all could stay there for these 2 nights. Then we go send transport for you to come up here. That's what it is. You get the point? It's a huge holiday. It could set you right for the year. You're making garments. You're good to go. If you have a vineyard, all the grapes is being prepped for the wine for Passover. That's wine for, the whole week, because it's Passover, unleavened bread, then the whole week of unleavened bread, with unleavened bread and lamb and wine and Come on. Like that could set you for the year if you a vendor. You understand?
Oh, God.
So Passover is a huge thing for us, and that's why we keep it as a commandment. Slack, is this Yahanna?
Again. That's all.
No, I ain't finished with this one, but is it on this one? No. Okay, no sweat. Let me finish this one. So with when it said, pull the scripture where it says Christ is our Passover. Right, and from what do you understand about the Passover? What do you understand by it?
It was the time where Most High had it was basically out of Egypt. I think Moses had pleaded with Pharaoh to let us go.
Okay.
Certain procedures happened.
What is the actual Passover? What does that?
Oh, it's when isn't that when the angel of death passed over the houses that had the blood of the lamb on the door?
The Passover is that lamb, that Passover lamb, and that blood. That's the Passover.
God.
And because of that, the angel passed over. But that was the Passover. Killing that lamb, roasting it, eating with haste with your weapon in your hand. That's in the Bible. That's why you see the brothers in Passover with their sword or axes or staffs. And you eating there in haste with your weapon in your hand, because of when the heathen start dying, they always blame us. When anything going on, they blame us. Moses said, keep that, because if they come kicking the door, you're going to have to fight. That's the Passover. The Passover is that lamb and the blood. So now in remembering the Passover going forward, what would we do? Sacrifice that lamb. That lamb would be, in remembrance of it. Go ahead.
The lamb's not, we're not sacrificing for like sins, it's just in remembrance.
The lamb was killed so that we could get the blood and put it on the door.
Yeah.
The whole premise of that was to follow Moses' instructions.
Yeah.
That was it. Kill this lamb, put the blood on the door. Following instructions is what's going to save your life. Mm-hmm. That was the premise of it. Now going forward, they would cut the throat of the lamb, and that would be the Passover. We do it today as a memorial because Christ was the Passover. He's the one now to make the Lord not kill us anymore.
Oh, I get it now.
He's the one to make the Lord pass over our sins, the old man. You follow Christ. Our Christians say you covered in the blood of Jesus. Well, now self the Lord ain't gonna kill you, but they're lying because they're not following Christ. You get the point? That's the whole thing with Christ being the Passover. Go ahead. That was it. You get it now?
I think I understand it. So like we celebrate Passover as remembering what Most High did for us.
Mm-hmm.
And Christ being the Passover, so we're following him. Does that make sense?
We always following him, but he is the one. That death, how he got killed, that death is what's saving us from the Lord killing us. In Egypt, the angel of death was killing the heathen and anybody who didn't have that blood. For in this, it's likening it. It's saying Christ now is our Passover. His blood is stopping the Lord from coming in our house and killing us. The blood on the blood on the door in Egypt stopped the angel of death. Christ dying stopped the Lord from killing us. You understand? Remember, the Lord told Moses, I'll kill everybody and raise up a nation of Levites in Moses' seed. We'd have all been children of Moses. There would be no 12 tribes. The Lord was angry. Moses begged the Lord and stopped him and said, Lord, don't do it. The heathens is going to mock you. Christ going on that cross was our Passover. Stop the Lord from, getting up. Go ahead.
It's like, yeah, so I don't understand why Christians say that he fulfilled it. Like, they'll say that, he fulfilled it, we don't have to do Passover no more. How you explained it, is we have to.
They say we don't have to do Passover no more? I didn't even know a Christian know what the hell Passover is. Go ahead.
Christians will say that, like, Christ is the first fruits, we have to do that. He's already taken up that on levels. We don't have to do that. So I don't get it because you still have to celebrate because still remember.
Christians lie. That's it. If a Christian tell you good morning, go sleep.
That's right.
If a Christian tell you good night, wake up.
That's right.
That's all. Christians, they lie. That's the first thing you had to get, and don't try to understand them. Just let them, whatever. They're lying. Christ celebrated Passover.
That's right.
He celebrated it before he got on the cross. He celebrated the thing. Paul, they celebrated Passover. You all know the precept, right?
Yeah, he's rushing back to get back before the feast.
No, in Corinthians where he said
Just keep it with the not malice.
yeah, I think it's that one with where there was divisions among them.
Calm.
Where he said that he chastised the school because in the school, in that school, I think it's in Corinth, because it's in Corinthians. He said, I heard when you all come together, there's divisions among you. That was at the Feast of Passover. That was either Passover unleavened bread or something like that. And he checking them, saying that you all need to be in more order. That the Passover is part of our culture to celebrate in all our generations. Christ is our Passover, meaning the Lord would have killed us if it wasn't for him. The Lord would have destroyed all of Israel if it wasn't for him. That's really what you want to understand from it. All right, but we keep it. This is our 4th of July. This is our independence. We're going to keep this forever. And in the book of Jeremiah, it says, behold, the days will come when I will no longer be known as the God who brought you out of the land of Egypt, but I'll be known as the God who brought you out of the land of the north. In the kingdom, we're going to be celebrating the destruction of America. That's going to be down there like the new, holiday. Like he's saying, y'all ain't going to know me for Egypt. Egypt going to be small. That going to be a small battle. This shit coming here, I'll be known for that. That's what he's saying. All right.
That's right.
Good to go?
Come on.
I had to get Joshua. Go ahead.
Okay, I want to know, is it wise or beneficial for, like, let's see, among your peers who might be oppressors or heathens, to let them know what you do? So, for example, let's say in the month of December at the school, they might have been practicing their Christmas songs for the play, or they might have.
This is for school or at a slave?
The school.
Okay.
Even at a slave.
Uh-huh.
And they will say, kids will obviously say to the teachers, we're not celebrating that. We're doing something else. So in PE, we're not going to do yoga, etc. And then the teacher will say, well, what do you do? And then they'll say high holidays or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And the teacher will come to me and say, oh yeah, they're not making this, but they said they do high holidays. Should we kind of implement that? And then I say no, because obviously it's not for them. You can't do the Passover, so what's the point? But it's
implemented, meaning like they was going to do something in school for them?
I don't know, but let's say like they were printing out Christmas pictures to color. They might print out something towards their
like a shield
or whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I just think just leave it alone, you know.
No, I think that's in a good direction. They're trying to meet you where they should meet you. They should give you the same respect they give the Muslim. They ain't giving the Muslim a Christian Christmas tree. They're giving them a moon and a star to color. You get the point? Go ahead, sis.
And then when I went to ask her a question, she stretched it up on the iPad.
When you went to ask her a question, she did what?
She stretched. So she said that I can't, but I already saw it, and she searched up I.S.U.P.K.
Okay, so you told her who you told her you celebrate Passover, and you told her about the school. You told her you're part of I.S.U.P.K, and she looked it up, and then what happened? Hold on, say that again. You're not allowed to look at I.S.U.P.K because it's for adults? Okay, and what you told her? That's right, give her a hand. Listen, those things happen because we need to do more work. I'm gonna just tell you straight up and down. We need to do way more work so that they would never tell a Jewish person that shit. They would never tell a Jewish person, a Jewish child, don't Google Holocaust. The Holocaust is for adults. You see them skinny bones in them graves? That's terrifying for a child to see. Bones and bones stacked up, and they would never say that. They would respect that as part of the culture. They would never ever say that. They do it to us because the respect is not there yet. Okay, with UK, it's a little bit different. I know UK system, and UK system is, for those who do not know, who might be watching, UK system is this. All right, let me explain this in a nutshell for you. This is the list of rules for whatever, right? Something, www.something.something.uk, .gov.uk. This is the rules, right? You in the UK trying to navigate through everything, and when it comes to you, that's the rules. The rules is whatever they tell you at the time. So you may not, even though there's rules and regulations for it, they will not respect it when it comes to you. So you want to again be wise as a serpent, harmless as a dove. It's, I would say, a case by case. I don't think them printing out anything for your children to color is bad. Let them do it so they don't feel left out. They get in the respect. The peers gonna come in. What's that? This is my culture. I'm an Israelite. That's just what I do. And now, as far as the child, the teacher telling the child they can't look at something, they are adults. You know, well, then this is what I would say. Of course, with your permission, this is your children. But this is what I would recommend the child to say. If it happens again, I would tell my children to tell the teacher, well, then don't teach me about gender bending, you know, the trans this and the trans that, because that's for adults. I would rebut that whole thing all the way back. And I would launch a complaint on the teacher. Find out whatever teachers association and launch a complaint and say this teacher is discriminating against religion, discriminating my child. I would make that teacher think twice about talking to my child. You get the point? Go ahead.
I mean, like, more in a sense of like, all right, then that was a while ago, but the teacher, like, let's say the child had said, I'm in the I.S.U.P.K, and the teacher Googled it one away on her device, and then was kind of like, don't look at what I'm doing. But previously, prior to school, we had the issue where the nursery found out and started moving funny. I don't want that in school. I've seen it in school 7 years. I don't want that kind of funny. So I try and keep it like, just let them do them. And it will be a case where, let's say they're practicing their Christmas song, you go to another class, you come back. Or they're going to the mosque for a trip, you just go to another class, you come back.
They take them to the mosque?
For a school trip, yeah.
For a school trip?
They went to the Good Wow.
Yeah, the Sikh place as well.
Good wow, what's that?
Good Wow, Sikh temple. They said that we had to wear, if they go, we have to cover our head. And wear something.
I went
of course they don't go, but...
Okay. Okay. Okay, this is what I would do. Now, again, this is, you could do however you want to run it. I would let them go to the temple. Yeah, I'll let them go. I'll let them go to the mosque thing. I would make sure they know that they ain't praying or nothing. But I would treat it like you go into the museum. You go in, it's an education. And you let them know. You could prep your child from before. Now, this is depending on the maturity level of your child. If it's a 3-year-old or 4-year-old, no. For somebody like your daughter, how old is she? All right, Yala. 7? Oh, 7? She's very mature for a 7-year-old. So she might could go. And I would teach her these are heathens. And when you go in there, you are going to see all sorts of idols. You can see this monkey man and this. And while she there, you could tell her, ask the question, why you worship a monkey? I could put a collar around a monkey right now.
That's right.
You get the point? Like, I would not be, and this is a UPK thing. Sometimes a situation might come and the natural reaction is to shrink down, to make yourself not a problem, when you're supposed to just lay up. That's all. Just late. Remember, this is going to be every year or whatever. I send them to school with fringes and studs and shit like that. That's why I did with my children. Send them to school with fringes, the studs. Someday they head wrap, all kind of things, because they have to be. Their kids have to now be comfortable in our culture, and they have, because them sending their kids to school in the man dress with the kufi, with the burqa, they're in the middle of summer with the uniform and they're looking, like a ninja. She shouldn't shrink down at all. Yeah, print that shield for me. Let me color that. Let me the right shalom and Barakatha, something, and you in there in the midst of the heathens, you coloring and doing this, and that's a space for you, and that's that. Go ahead.
Quick question, sir. This is your advice or your interest. Not brothers in the truth, but in the world, I feel like being from the UK, I got to all prove myself. I feel like Judite brothers don't respect the shit. I feel like, you crumpets and TE niggas. And then Caribbean man, I'm like, you man are soft. Like, I feel like Martin Luther King, we have a hard thingy, then Caribbean man, slavery, getting whipped. I feel like people in the UK is like, what do you man know? And even in the truth, I feel like, yeah, I see why them man on the corners. I can't see why you man on the corners though. I find it frustrating as shit.
Okay.
Frustrating really gets to me. Just recently, a woman goes, I don't think UK man can say the way nigga. I don't like it.
Again, it's the same thing I just said. A situation will come where you feel you shrink it down.
Come on.
I don't feel like I say the word nigga. Why nigga? Why nigga? Tell me why the hell I can't say nigga, and just start saying it over and over. Remember, you ever see the video with, I forget this brother name. Oh boy, he have a real Benjamite name, not Ransford. Give me some Benjamite male name, like Jamaican Benjamite.
Jermaine.
Old school, like Ransford. You know, Ransford is a Delroy. That's the dude. Delroy is an actor. His name is Delroy. He acted in Gone in 60 Seconds. He acted in a few movies. You all know Delroy Lindo. Yeah. You ever see the interview? I forget what station he on, where the white man is like saying, you know, well, I can't say the word, and he say, well, say it.
Yeah,
say it. Yeah. That's how you ought to be. You just have to be like that, and that's that. Now, as far as it goes from tribe and culture, Judites don't like Judites. The Judites in New York don't like the Judites in Atlanta. You get the point? I'm talking about in the world. That's just a thing people do to make, and not just people, oppressed people do that to make themselves feel more. You get the point? You would find that down near anywhere you go amongst the islands. Jamaicans don't like Trinidadians. Trinidadians don't like Jamaicans. At least the old school. Now it's a little bit less. You get the point? With the Latino tribes, you would have Ephraim beefing with Simeon over something. Down there, nobody like Mexicans. None of the other Latino tribes favor Mexicans. You get the point? So you would find something like that. Now, as far as the UK stigma, the UK has a stigma of being proper. You know, cufflinks and crumpets, and that's not your culture. I was telling somebody this, I think it was General Haas, somebody I was telling this, that a lot of Benjamite culture that we think is Benjamite culture is not Benjamite culture. That's Britain. And I'm not talking about the Raven as the wolf and stuff like that. There's certain things that's very similar with how UK runs to the islands. The bureaucracy, the extra paperwork, just the extra step. That comes from UK. Just the being so, not trying to be loud, trying to be quiet. You ever watch Parliament? You should watch it sometime. They're talking and they say, yes, I want to commend my colleague here for his tone and his strong point and blah. And they're talking about the bombing in the Gaza and how Israel ain't stopping, and nobody talking angry. And it's the two sides. They say, yeah, my colleague here, even though they're across the floor, and colleague and friend and partner and all this kind of proper, and nothing gets fixed like that. Exactly. Nothing gets fixed like that. Somebody has to be angry about something. So what you want to do is you want to separate yourself from UK culture as much as possible. As much as possible. In a way, that's like an Israelite peer pressure or personal check. Like Israel, they'll let you know if you think you're too soft. Now you may not be too soft, but you might just have to do something to let them know that ain't it. You get the point? And so now that's really what it is. You want to separate yourself from that UK culture. I'm talking about Benjamites, but that white UK culture that they think we have. Now, as far as the talk from the other islands or the other tribes, that's really because of TV. It's like it's very similar to like every Mexican ain't a tall socks wearing, dark shades wearing vato. You understand what I'm saying? But that's what they show on TV. You get the point? It's like the whole stereotype with the movie Cool Runnings. They show a certain type of Jamaican. They show that's not every type. Even for the longest while, most Americans thought everybody with a Caribbean accent was Jamaican because that's what TV shows. You understand? So it's a combination of things that could give you that feeling. What you want to understand is that it's a demon trying to devalue you because of the work you're already doing. That's all that is. It's a demon that's trying to get you to think you less than because of the work you already doing. You understand? That's all that is. It's not really real. It's not really true because it happens to everybody. It happens everywhere to everybody. Christ wasn't respected. They loved John because John was, eating wild locusts with honey and rough and tough and this. That's why he say, John came eating and drinking. You call him a madman. I came obeying the law. You call me John was not eating and drinking. You call him a madman. I came eating and drinking. You call me a drunkard and a sluggard or some alcoholic or whatever. That's just Israelite. Israel will do that to everybody, and that's just it. This is what you had to get. The scriptures say a prophet has no honor in his own home. Your home is Israel. You get the point. They're gonna do that type of thing. Don't let that get into you. It's a demon. Now, of course, if it's happening amongst us in here, of course, there's a counsel for that. If it's something like direct and personal, there's a counsel for that. You could go to him and him alone and let him know whatever it is, if it's happening in here. But I do understand what you're saying with the world. I see all the memes and the videos and the UK.
Everyone found out from the UK, the whole incident with laughing, I can't listen to this nigga here. It's like our plight don't matter because it's British. I've been my whole life trying to push and just laughed at her. And then from both sides, not the Judites, Benjamites too, that one island's like, yeah, you Benjamite, you're not real though. You kind of, you had a soft life, man. It's what Israel does to make Israel feel better about something. Better about themselves, better about their condition, better about anything. That's just what Israel does. Israel does that thing. The older generation does it to the young. You get the point? Like you man, in my day we used to do this, that. You young generation, you're soft. You can't. That's just what Israel does. But I understand how it could feel as in the work of the Lord. Just know it's a demon. It's an absolute demon trying to make you feel that you are less than value. You are less in value than what you are. And it's because of the work you're doing. The demon is attacking because of the work you're doing. The work you're doing, he has to devalue it or make you think in your head it's devalued. And it's not devalued. I wouldn't be here if it wasn't devalued. If you was soft and ain't doing shit, nigga, I ain't coming nowhere. What the fuck I'm coming for? I'm coming now to see what we doing. I'm coming to survey the land to see what's the next play. You get the point? Because of all the work you've been doing. So it's just a demon act. And again, if sometimes Israel gets simple. If it's happening in here, you just go to the brother, him and him alone. And if it, doesn't here, you take it to council. There's a whole process. You want to go through the processes of everything. It's not in here. No, I'm just saying for anybody. Just for anybody. But of course, you don't listen to the shit anymore. Just don't listen to none of that shit. That shit don't matter. I could look on the video right now and see you battling Muslims in the Bullring and Hyde Park. You understand? One of them Muslims who was battling us in Hyde Park, I see he get jumped and he curl up on the ground and just getting your hand. He shit, boop. That shit hit him, boop. Yeah, I mean, he ain't bust a grape in a fruit fight. He ain't did nothing. Where's all that, Allahu Akbar shit? Where's the Wallahi and all that? Where's none of that? You get the point? Where's all of that thing? And he ain't feeling no how. The Muslims in Palestine ain't making him feel like he's less. It's a demon. That's all it is. All right. So I could get Joshua a hard time. Oh Lord. All right, we gotta retitle this class. Like I'm gonna do this next week. Y'all done make me call the scripture. With that, I'm gonna pass the class over to Priest and Captain Karathi. I'm gonna do this next week. With the I.S.U.P.K. started out of 1 West, 125th Street, Holland, under Commanding General Yahanna, ruled for a new brother and sister. When a new brother or sister comes into the school, they are off limits for 6 months. They are here to be saluted only. They are here to shed themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister has an interest in a particular person, he or she must get permission from the head to speak to a brother or sister. There is another 6 months in which the brother and sister will court each other. After 6 month period, if the brother and sister will get permission from the head to marry. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21. Malachi 3 and 8 to 10. 10th in the Hebrew. Ma'ashira. 10% of any increase the Lord gives you. Give to the treasury department or the teacher. Priest fund. Free will offering for priests. Not mandatory. Whatsoever amount you like to give. Upcoming holy convocations, Purim. All Akram and Akraf, check the bulletin board in the hallway and check all ISUPK social media. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black. Black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and headscarf. And with that, men of visual, I imagine. Men of visual, I imagine Shabbat. I imagine. Barak. Yahweh Shabbat. Yajamata, Saw. I give one salute to the sisters, Benevision, Imad Shabbat, Imad, Barak, Yahweh Shema, Yajamata, class dismissed.
Lord of Christ.
Lord of Christ.
Shalom.